Around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill & Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $15.29 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 1063.
Goal de Messi!
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 1063.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
This is the Inter Miami pregame show, live from the ESPN West Palm studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
The box. He's going to send it across. It balls to Messi from outside the right portion 6-yard box, and it's a brace for Lionel Messi. His 6th brace in 7 matches. It's 5 for Inter Miami. 5-1. Inter Miami on top. The assist for Suarez and Lionel Messi. He is at the top of the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer. 18th goal of the MLS campaign. Back to Messi, into the middle, Inter Miami's gonna win! Inter Miami's gonna win! Messi found Wagon for a tap-in goal! Messi's 2nd assist of the night! Inter Miami's gonna win it! At the death, Inter Miami finds a way!
Feel like we needed some feel-good highlights to begin the pregame show. Welcome on in, folks. Mike Rizzo with your Inter Miami pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiOffers.com to learn more. AudiOffers.com to learn more. Inter Miami losers the last time they were out against Orlando City, so wanted to kind of get the vibes high as we prepare for Inter Miami to take on outside of conference foe LA Galaxy, Western Conference foe LA Galaxy in the house, as Chase Stadium will be the location tonight for our Herons. These are two teams that are still in League's Cup as well. Believe it or not, the stinker of a season, and I mean stinker, folks, of a season that the LA Galaxy is currently having. They are one of the top 4 teams from the MLS side of the table in League's Cup to still be left. So still some meaningful, I hate to say not meaningful soccer for LA Galaxy. These guys are professionals. They're going to show up day in and day out and give their best foot forward. But, with where they're at on the table, dead last on that Western Conference where nobody had them at this point, I think all their focus is going to be on that League's Cup game against Pachuca. It's going to be an 11:45 start time in about 4 days here. So coming up on Wednesday, it's going to be LA Galaxy and Pachuca. And then obviously our Inter Miami Herons, baby. 8 p.m. start. Herons hosting Tigres at Chase Stadium. So the next 2 games, including tonight. So tonight and on Wednesday, Inter Miami going to be the home club. Now let's get the elephant out of the room quickly. Lionel Messi is not in the starting lineup tonight for our Inter Miami Herons. No Messi in the starting lineup, but he is going to be off of the bench. According to the reserves list, you got Rocco Rios Novo, Ian Frey, Noah Allen, Toto Aviles, Baltasar Rodriguez, Davi Ruiz, Rodrigo De Paul, Yannick Bright, and Lionel Messi. So De Paul and Messi both coming off of the bench tonight. Messi was practicing with the likes of his teammates in the whole group session, as we say in football. But Messi was practicing with the team on the bench tonight, but not in the starting 11. Once again, your Inter Miami pregame show. Mike Rizzo live at the City Place Studios, downtown West Palm, ESPN 1063, your Inter Miami English radio network. The starting 11 tonight for Inter Miami, it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. Coach Mascherano has been going with the 4-2-3-1. It's going to be the second straight fixture. Inter Miami is going to be coming out with a 4-2-3-1. He really likes those holding defensive mids right after the back 4. You got your 3 attackers and the lone striker. I'm assuming Kremasky going to be box to box tonight, and Sergio Busquets kind of playing a holding midfielder role. Usually it's like a Yannick Bright or a Federico Redondo. Now Redondo no longer with the team, but I think Sergio probably going to be playing more of a holding midfielder tonight with this lineup. Let's get you the lineup. So the back 4 from left to right, folks. Back 4 left to right. Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, and Marcelo Weigand. So on the left side, you got Jordi Alba, left fullback, Gonzalo Luan at left center back, and then on the right side, right center back, Maxi Falcone, and then Marcelo Weigand. If we remember, against Orlando, Ian Frey snuck into the starting lineup, but Marcelo Weigand back in the starting lineup and ready to roll. I should mention Oscar Ustari in between the posts. It's good to have Oscar back. He was back for the Orlando game. Now, as Ken calls it, a howler. Oscar did have a howler the last game. Didn't necessarily play too well. But let's not forget, we're only a few weeks separated from the FIFA Club World Cup, and Oscar Ustari damn near being the man of the team. You know, you got your man of the match. Well, I'm calling it man of the team at the FIFA Club World Cup. Guy played, guy was on his head, as they say. Keeper was on his head, so I'm going to give Oscar the benefit of the doubt. I think he gets back on track tonight against the LA Galaxy. He is your goalkeeper coming up tonight, and I mentioned Rocco Rios Novo on the bench. So Alba, Luan, Falcone, Weigand, that's your back 4. Your defensive mids, I'm calling them Benjamin Kremasky and Sergio Busquets, assuming Kremasky is going to get forward. Busquets kind of going to hold a little bit, do his deep long balls, his through balls, his air balls. I love Busquets in that position, I think, but I do think it'll be a little more defensive tonight with Benjamin Kremasky in the middle with him. Now, your attackers, let's start from the left side. You got Fafa Pico playing a left wingish, left midish kind of player. I'm gonna call it a mid. It has turned into wing in games past, but I'm gonna call it a mid for now. Fafa Pico playing left mid. Talasco Segovia playing a central attacker tonight. He's probably going to be playing that cam role, that central attacking midfielder role, which I think is where he belongs. Segovia has played great off of the wing, but I do like him centralized. I like his passing. I like his through balls into Suarez. I like Segovia playing in the middle tonight, in the middle of the field, at that attacking midfielder role. And then Tadeo Allende playing off of the right. Allende could obviously play right. He could play left. But Allende coming off of the right, and Luis Suarez being your lone striker up top. So once again, you're 11. Oscar Ustari in goal. Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, Marcelo Weigand, your defense. Your 2 defensive mids, Benjamin Kremasky and Sergio Busquets. Your attacking midfielders, Fafa Pico, Telasco Segovia, Tadio Allende, and then your striker up top is Luis Suarez. Now, let's flip it on over to the LA Galaxy. They're going with a simple 4-3-3, 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 attackers. From left to right, this is going to be their lineup tonight. You got John Nelson playing left back. At center back, you got Matthias Jurgensen. At right center back, you got Edwin Cirillo. And then right fullback, you got Miki Yamain. So Miki Yamain playing right fullback. And I should mention, starting between the posts is Novak Mikovic. In the midfield, former Borussia Dortmund legend Marco Reus. Grew up watching Marco Reus in the Bundesliga, Champions League. Marco Reus, always dangerous. Don't care how old he is, folks. You got to watch out for him in the midfield tonight. Your central midfielder for LA Galaxy, Isaiah Parente. And then your left midfielder is going to be, Elijah Winder. So Winder, Parente, and Marco Reus in that midfield. Your attackers, right wing, Gabriel Peck. Your striker for LA Galaxy, Joseph Paintsil. And then left wing coming up tonight is Diego Fagundes. So Fagundes, Paintsil, and Peck. So that is your 11 for the LA Galaxy, a 4-3-3. Marco Reus, the household name in that midfield, the former Borussia Dortmund, as I mentioned, and a whole lot of other attackers. Now, on the bench, LA Galaxy's reserves, John McCarthy, Chris Rindolph, Eric Zavaleta, Julian Ayede, Mauricio Cuevas, Lucas Sanbria, Tucker Laplie, Christian Ramirez, Mateus Nascimento, and then not playing tonight due to injuries, Ricky Puig, believe it or not, the former Barcelona player, former Barcelona Academy player, Ricky Puig, and Maya Yoshida. So some pretty big injuries tonight for the LA Galaxy and Maya Yoshida and Ricky Puig. And once again, let's do our reserves for Inter Miami. The players coming off of the bench for our Herons. You got Rocco Rios Novo, Ian Frey, Noah Allen, Toto Aviles, Baltasar Rodriguez, Davi Ruiz, Rodrigo Deval, Yannick Bright, and the always dangerous, the GOAT, the great one, Lionel Messi, coming off of the bench. He's fresh off of that hamstring injury. He will be available as a reserve tonight off of the bench. We're just getting the party started on the pregame show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive that brand new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com. When we come back, we'll play some more highlights. We'll listen to a couple of games ago in the League's Cup. I already played the Necaxa game winner. I think that's turning into my favorite Ken LaVicka highlight. When he's screaming Inter Miami's going to win. I think that's a staple at this point on the pregame show. But we'll hear more highlights. We'll go through the starting 11s again. We'll take a look at that MLS table, see where our Herons are on that Eastern Conference, and take a look exactly where things went wrong for LA Galaxy this year. Once again, the LA Galaxy won the MLS playoffs last year. They are dead last in that Western Conference. So more of that next on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's DQ Grill and Chill's new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard! This limited time treat combines DQ's signature soft serve, dyed blue of course, along with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. The Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard is available for a limited time only at DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Govia scooped the ball with the right foot, and then a goal from the penalty arc out of volley. Oh, Yannick Bright with an absolute banger. It's the goal of his career, and we're level 1-1. 4.5 minutes in. Yannick Bright, prime time. Oh my goodness, a missile out of nowhere from Yannick Bright. What a response from Inter Miami, and this start is electric.
That was last game against Orlando City. Inter Miami took a 1-1 score in the halftime, but Orlando City, or how about this? The team that shall not be named scored 3 goals in the second half and won for the second time against our Herons this year. But Inter Miami back in action tonight on the MLS side of things, facing off against the LA Galaxy. No Lionel Messi in the starting 11 tonight, but he is going to be on the bench as a reserve. So Messi will be available off of the bench coming up tonight. I was talking with Damian Perez, who is on the Spanish broadcast on 760 AM Deportes, and we kind of both agree that Messi is probably going to get some minutes tonight. It's been, since the Necaxa game? Messi got injured in the Necaxa game. He has not appeared for Inter Miami since getting hurt. I think maybe Mascherano and company wants to get Messi acclimated again before the big Tigres matchup on the 20th. And once again, both of these teams are still in Leagues Cup play. LA Galaxy will be facing off against Pachuca. It's going to be a late one, obviously, with a West Coast team in LA Galaxy and a Central Time team, a Mexican team in Pachuca. But that is an 11:45 p.m. Eastern Time start on August the 20th. And then Inter Miami and Tigres, obviously prime time, baby. Two of the best teams this side of the continent this year. Well, Liga MX just started, but Tigres always a household name. Inter Miami and Tigres, that is going to be at 8 p.m. on August the 20th. Let's take a look at the MLS table, folks, as we gear up for tonight's matchup between Inter Miami and the LA Galaxy. Inter Miami on the east side, on the Eastern Conference side, they are in sixth place. They have 42 points, and they still have to make up 3 games. So the leader in the Eastern Conference, the leader in the clubhouse right now, is the Philadelphia Union at 51 points. I only went to public school, folks, but the last time I checked, 3 times 3 is 9. And if Inter Miami is able to get all 3 victories as they make up these games, they will be tied with Philadelphia. So Inter Miami really just has to take care of their own business. They got to keep winning. Obviously, the Orlando game hurt, but they're still in a great position on that Eastern Conference side. The teams that are ahead of Inter Miami: in 5th place, the Columbus Crew; 4th place, the team that shall not be named, Orlando City; 3rd place, Nashville SC; 2nd place, FC Cincinnati; and then, as I mentioned, Philadelphia Union in 1st place. The rest of the playoff spots in the Eastern Conference shake out like this. The Charlotte FC is in 7th. NYC FC in 8th. The Chicago Fire sitting in 9th. I mentioned that the LA Galaxy bringing up the rear. Don't worry, brother. I'll bring up the ringer. That's the LA Galaxy this year. They're 15th on the Western Conference table. You did not hear me wrong. I did not stutter. Did I stutter? I did not stutter. LA Galaxy, 16 points on the table this year. They have not won a road fixture within the league all year. Let me rephrase, or rather, let me say it again. How about that? Let me say it again. LA Galaxy has not won a road fixture in the MLS all year long. Obviously, they played great in Leagues Cup. That's great. That's fine. That's dandy. But as far as the MLS, they have not won a road fixture. In their last 5, loss, draw, loss, win, win. They lost the last time they were out in the MLS against the Seattle Sounders. They lost at home 4-0. And I really think they're putting all the eggs in that Leagues Cup basket at this point to try to win some kind of silverware this year. But still a bad look, man, to lose 4-0. I know Seattle's hot. The Sounders really are. They have been one of the teams of the second half so far on that Western Conference side. But 4-0 at home, man, that's inexcusable. LA Galaxy drew with LAFC, so it was a 3-3 draw. So those are the last 2 fixtures in the MLS for the LA Galaxy. And folks, the reason they're on the back half, or rather bringing up the rear, not only in the Western Conference, they're dead last in the Supporter Shield as well. They have the least amount of points out of any Western Conference team and Eastern Conference team. So this is quite literally the worst team. And listen, quality-wise, maybe not. Player-wise, probably not. But according to points on the table, this is the worst team in the MLS this season. So I am expecting Inter Miami to be able to take care of business tonight, and pretty handedly, as they take on LAFC. Once again, if you're just joining us, no Lionel Messi in the starting 11, but he is coming off of the bench for Inter Miami tonight. The Herons are going with a 4-2-3-1. Here is your starting 11. Oscar Ustari playing goalkeeper. He is between the posts. From left to right, your defenders: Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, Marcelo Wagon. Your defensive midfielders, your 2 in front of the defense, your 2 behind the rest of the midfield up top: Benjamin Kromasky, Sergio Busquets. From left to right, Benjamin Kromasky, Sergio Busquets. Your attacking midfielders tonight, Fafa Pico, Talasco Segovia, Tadio Allende, and then your striker up top is Luis Suarez. As far as LA Galaxy, they're going with a 4-3-3. In between the posts for them is Novak Mikovic. And then from left to right, you got Nelson, Zarika, Cirillo, and Yamain. So that is the back line for LA Galaxy. They're defensive-ish kind of mids tonight. You got Winder, Parente, and Marco Reus, the always dangerous Marco Reus. I know I keep buttering up Marco Reus on this pregame show, but I can't tell you how funny it was to watch back in the day. Man, he was something special with Borussia Dortmund. All those Bundesliga games I used to watch, Champions League games. I mean, him and Aubameyang, really fun team back in the day. Marco Reus now a household name with LA Galaxy. Right wing, you got Gabriel Peck. The striker tonight for LA Galaxy is Joseph Paintzel. And then left wing tonight is Diego Fagundes. And as I mentioned, Lionel Messi off of the bench. So your reserves tonight, Lionel Messi, Yannick Bright, Rodrigo De Paul, Davi Ruiz, Baltasar Rodriguez, Toto Aviles, Noah Allen, Ian Frey, Rocco Rios Novo. The reserves for LA Galaxy tonight, John McRae, Chris Rindolph, Eric Zavaleta, Julian Audi, Mauricio Cuevas, Lucas Sanabria, Tucker LaPlay, Christian Ramirez, Mateus Nascimento, got it. And then injured tonight, Ricky Puig, the former Barcelona Youth Academy product, and then Maya Yoshida. So two pretty big injuries for LA Galaxy tonight, Maya Yoshida and Ricky Puig. Ricky Puig, usually a staple in that lineup for LA Galaxy when he is healthy and available. So that is the starting 11s tonight. Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Battle of the sixth best team in the Eastern Conference in our Herons and the worst team in all of the MLS. Inter Miami, want to remind everybody still again, they have to make up 3 games. The first place team in the Eastern Conference, or rather the first place team in all of the MLS with the most points, Philadelphia Union. They played 26 points, 51 points on the table. Inter Miami has 42 points. They've only played 23 games. If they win all 3 of their, let's call it catch-up games, they will be able to tie Philadelphia as far as points. Before we take a timeout, I want to get the moods high a little bit because I mentioned that Orlando City game, not the game that we wanted to hear. Let's hear my favorite highlight of the year so far.
Back to Messi, into the middle, goal! Inter Miami's gonna win! Inter Miami's gonna win! Messi found Wagon for a tap-in goal! Messi's second assist of the night! Inter Miami's gonna win it! At the death! Inter Miami finds a way!
That's your voice in the Inter Miami here. It's Ken LaVicka. We're going to be taking the pitch side in about 15 minutes here. I'm expecting a 7:38 kickoff on our Inter Miami radio network. Ken LaVicka going to be on the call. He is live at Chase Stadium. ROG, Oscar Gonzalez, our on-site producer. As always, we're just getting the party started on your Inter Miami radio network. When we return, we'll get you updated on those starting 11s again. We'll talk more Leagues Cup. We'll talk more MLS. We'll play more highlights right here on your Inter Miami radio network.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Oh, a good ball to the paw, and he scored from just outside the 6-yard box. Alba with a beautiful assist. A wonderful job of getting on the end of it. It was Suarez who was able to get a foot on it. He floated it to DePaul, who has his first goal in an Inter Miami shirt. We're level at 1 in the 44th minute. Welcome to South Florida, Rodrigo DePaul. Inter Miami 1, Pumas 1. The assist for Suarez and the glorious tally for DePaul.
That was Inter Miami's game against Necaxa, where Rodrigo DePaul found the back of the net courtesy of Luis Suarez. Now, Rodrigo DePaul not in the 11 tonight, but Luis Suarez is. Once again, this is your Inter Miami pregame show. We are moments away from sending it pitch side to the great Ken Levick, voice, who you just heard, of the Inter Miami Herons for a little MLS action tonight. You got our Herons taking on the LA Galaxy live in Fort Lauderdale at Chase Stadium. Next two games for Inter Miami are going to be at Chase Stadium tonight, and then the League's Cup quarterfinal matchup coming up against Tigres on the 20th. So on Wednesday, Inter Miami will be back in battle. But tonight is the matter at hand. A 4-2-3-1. That's what Javier Mascherano is going with tonight for the Herons. Oscar Ustari is in between the net, or rather in between the posts in net. How about that? From left to right, your defenders, Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, and Marcelo Weigand. Your defensive-ish midfielders, we'll call him. Benjamin Kremoski, who I expect to go box-to-box. Sergio Busquets, who I expect to do a lot of holding in that midfield and also play his dangerous through balls, lob balls, etc. Your attackers, attacking mids. Fafa Pico off the left. Talasco Segovia centralized tonight. And your right midfielder is Tadio Allende. The lone striker, Luis Suarez. LA Galaxy is going with a 4-3-3. From left to right, their defenders, Nelson, Zanka, Cirillo, and Yamain. And in goal is Mikovic. The midfielders, Marco Reus, the always dangerous German midfielder, former Borussia Dortmund product. Centralized midfielder is going to be Parente and then Winder. So kind of three-ish, defensive-ish mids. A 4-3-3 is always interesting to me. Nonetheless, I think Reus is probably going to be playing more up front with the attack, making passes in the box, and probably finessing goals. But those are your midfielders for LA Galaxy. And then right wing, you got Peck. The striker tonight for Galaxy is going to be Paint Still, and the left winger tonight is going to be Fagundes. So that is the starting 11 for LA Galaxy. The bench players, Lionel Messi coming off of the bench tonight, coming off of that hamstring. We've been telling you all pregame show. Probably should have let off the segment again with that. For those of you that are just joining us, no Messi in the starting 11. He is going to be coming off of the bench. So the bench players for Inter Miami tonight, Lionel Messi, Yannick Bright, Rodrigo De Paul, Davi Ruiz, Baltasar Rodriguez, Toto Aviles, Noah Allen, Ian Frey, Rocco Rios Novo. The reserves coming up for LA Galaxy, John McCarthy, Chris Rindov, Eric Zavaleta, Julian Audi, Maurizio Cuevas, Lucas Sanabria, Tucker LaPlay, Christian Ramirez, Mateus Nascimento, and then the two starters who are hurt for LA Galaxy, Maya Yoshida and Ricky Puig. Ricky Puig, the former Barcelona Academy player. How about that? Got a cup of tea with the team, but Ricky Puig, once upon a time, one of the bigger stars in soccer. So those are the 11 and the bench coming up tonight for the Galaxy. Let's take our final timeout of the pregame show. When we return, we're sending you pitchside to Ken LaVicka. He is on site, Chase Stadium. Our OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, is with him as well. It's going to be a 7:38-ish kickoff. 7:38-ish kickoff. I think I've mastered it. I think we're going to get right in on time as the ball is going to be rolling in South Florida for a little MLS action. MLS football on ESPN 106.3. This is the home of Inter Miami on the English side. We're going to Ken LaVicka next on your Inter Miami radio network.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill and Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our blizzard of the month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill and Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Now, let's get to the pitch.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
Here's Ken LaVicka.
Inter Miami takes to the pitch in need of a bounce back after a stinker last weekend at Orlando City. And this is an Inter Miami side that is in need of a proper tune-up with a high-stakes matchup in the League Cup quarterfinals midweek in Fort Lauderdale. It is Inter Miami and MLS Cup defending champions LA Galaxy, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, and we welcome you to South Florida on the Inter Miami Radio Network. Alongside the OG Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer, I am Ken LaVicka. Great work, as always, in the pregame show by Mike Rizzo. Last time out for Inter Miami, well, it was forgettable, to say the least. Inter Miami absolutely shredded in the Florida Derby by Orlando City 4-1, being outscored on the year by their rivals from Central Florida 7-1, and that dropped Inter Miami to 6th in the Eastern Conference. LA Galaxy, meanwhile, their title defense has been an absolute disaster. They sit dead last in MLS, 30th basement in the Supporters' Shield, only 16 points in the table and 3 victories on the season without a 3-point accumulation on the road all season long. Since the last time we spoke, 2 departures from this Inter Miami club. Drake Callender, goalkeeper, dealt to Charlotte, and Federico Redondo, the midfielder, is off to La Liga. Elche is his destination as he is sold by Inter Miami. Inter Miami, and they're all pink, head to toe, black lettering, numbering, and trim. LA Galaxy in white, blue lettering and numbering, gold trim. LA Galaxy, the 2024 MLS Cup champions. Our referee tonight, Drew Fisher. Drew Fisher was also the referee when Inter Miami had a late 2 goals for an improbable 3-3 draw at Philadelphia Union back in May. That's the last time we have seen him. We await TV to come back so we can get ourselves underway. This is only the 3rd meeting all time between Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Inter Miami, no Lionel Messi in the starting 11, though he is available. Rodrigo de Paul not starting for the first time since he joined Inter Miami. He is also available on Javier Mascherano's bench. There's the whistle from Drew Fisher. LA Galaxy will possess to get us underway on a Saturday night in South Florida. Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami, 12 victories, 5 defeats, 6 draws, 42 points. 6th in the East. LA Galaxy with 3 wins on the year. They have lost 15 times and drawn even on 7 different occasions. Your kickoff temperature is 86 degrees. It feels like 98, and Oscar and I can attest to that meteorological update. It's accurate. Winds out of the east at 9. That is our saving grace here outdoors at Chase Stadium. LA Galaxy will go right to left with the attack in the opening 45, vice versa, left to right for Inter Miami. The starting 11 for Inter Miami, Oscar Ustari in goal, left to right. Along the 4-man back, Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Lujan, Maxi Falcone, and Marcelo Wagon as Inter Miami is on the ball for the first time in the right attacking half. Outside left channel, far side, Fafa Pico. Inter Miami left to right in the attack. Pico off the mark with a square ball, far side to near side. And this is LA Galaxy on the ball with Joseph Paintsil, the extremely talented Ghana international. And LA Galaxy will try and work out of the back, going right to left. In the defensive portion of the midfield, this is Elijah Winder, former Louisville City man in the USL Championship. Now Marco Reus. He previously an illustrious career at Borussia Dortmund. Inter Miami's midfield tonight, Ben Kremoski, Talasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets on the wings, Fafa Pico to the left, Tadeo Allende to the right, trying to find some sort of form. And at the top of Javier Mascherano's 4-2-3-1, Luis Suarez making his 21st start in this 2025 campaign. As for LA Galaxy, Novak Mitrovic in goal. The Serbian veteran And a back line left to right of John Nelson, Zunka, Edwin Cerillo, and Miki Yamane. In the midfield for LA Galaxies, they work themselves in the left attacking half. Elijah Winder, Isaiah Parente, and Marco Royce aforementioned. The forwards, Diego Fagundes, Gabriel Peck, and Joseph Paintsil. We are in the second minute, no score, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. This is one of the worst title defenses in the history of Major League Soccer for the six-time MLS Cup champions, LA Galaxy. A big reason why is their star, Ricky Puig, has missed the entire season to this point. The Barca Academy man and the designated player with an ACL tear that he suffered in the Western Conference Final against Seattle a year ago. He stayed in the match after his injury, had an assist on the game-winning goal that sent LA to the MLS Cup as a long ball is set from the defensive half to the attacking half left of the pitch. LA Galaxy, Ustari came off his line 30 yards, punched it away, and it rolls across the far touchline. Ustari, who was nearly caught off his line against Orlando for what would have been a spectacular goal. Meanwhile, Inter Miami tried to get out on the counter, but LA Galaxy able to possess in the midfield. Right to left, LA Galaxy on the attack near touchline. Nelson sends it up ahead to Paintsil. Paintsil left of the box, driving to the lower left. He's able to bulldoze his way into the area. There was contact from Luke Hahn of Inter Miami. Paintsil went to ground. The referee, Drew Fisher, says play on, and Inter Miami trying to get out on the sprint. Square ball, Segovia in the defensive half to Pico. Was behind him initially. Pico had to retrieve. Here he comes into the right attacking half. Far left touchline. Here's Jordi Alba for Inter Miami. Sends a good ball into the box. Suarez off his chest. Suarez right foot and just put it wide of the near post. On the far post and near post, he tried to beat the keeper, Mitrovic. He did, but it was about a yard wide of the near side. Wonderful build-up from Inter Miami. Good control from Suarez, but with his right foot, trying to cut it left to right on the shot. Difficult degree of difficulty. And it's sprayed wide. So we remain 0-0, nearly 5 minutes in. So back to Ricky Puig of LA Galaxy. That ACL tear against Seattle. Had the assist on the game-winning goal that sent LA Galaxy to the MLS Cup. And then watched from the touchline as LA Galaxy beat New York Red Bulls 2-1 for that MLS record 6th championship for LA Galaxy. But it has been a rough road for the defending champs this season. Good ball, Alba into the penalty arc. Kromoski got a touch on it, but it went off of the left back, John Nelson of LA Galaxy. And Galaxy have to clear the ball across the far touchline in the attacking right side. And Inter Miami with a throw-in the attacking third. 5.5 minutes in, Inter Miami starting to ask questions against the worst team in Major League Soccer. Segovia is able to corral the throw-in the far left corner. Here's a cross, swept in, far side and near side, gets to the right portion of the box. Wagon, a right-footed shot. That was blocked away by LA. Inter Miami, though, still on the ball on the border of the right attacking third, and Inter Miami's going to retreat into its attacking midfield. Here's Maxi Falcone, left of the center circle. Good ball to Jordi Alba, outside left channel, far touchline. Rolls it lower left of the box for Pico. Pico's cross is knocked away near post. This will go across the end line to the left of goal, and it'll be an Inter Miami far side to near side corner. First corner of the match brought to you by Lytle Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. It'll be Jordi Alba to handle the corner, far side to near side. With his left foot, this will be an outswinger unless he rolls something into the box. He actually rolls it to the left of the box. Short corner, Segovia pushes it back. Alba, left-footed cross, middle of the area. That's headed away, cleared by LA Galaxy. Now Paintsil able to retrieve. He's on the run. He has support coming up the middle channel. It's a 2-on-3. Paintsil is caught up to in the left attacking half by Kromoski, but Paintsil remains on the ball, left of the area. Paintsil's going to retreat momentarily on the near touchline, and LA Galaxy in the attack right to left will go to work now and set up some shape within the attack. Parente, the 25-year-old, in the middle of the left attacking half, just in front of the midfield stripe, and LA Galaxy moved the ball to the far right touchline. Now right of the box, low cross, and it trickles in. Top border of the 6-yard box, the intended target, Fagundes, but nobody home. He was just a little bit late. And Inter Miami able to come out of its own area, and a long ball from the defensive half, Busquets. On the run, Allende to the right attacking third. He's right of the box. Allende, he oversteps the ball, but he's able to win possession back. And now Suarez outside right channel, about even with the top near side of the box. Allende into the near corner. He sweeps in across. It found Suarez, left foot, and that shot blocked away right beyond the border of the 6-yard area. LA Galaxy still withstanding Inter Miami pressure as we welcome you to minute number 8. And Inter Miami is going to win a ball back as LA was trying to speed into the left attacking half far side. Alba said, "Give me that," and Inter Miami back to work. 0-0 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Both of these sides in the quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup on Wednesday. Inter Miami against Tigres, and LA Galaxy will have Pachuca. Here is Suarez, middle channel. Good play through. Watch Wagon in the middle of the box, and a sliding consumption of the ball by Mitrovic, who was quick first step to beat Wagon, who made a great middle channel run, a vertical run. And Inter Miami continuing to put a lot of pressure on this LA Galaxy back line. 52 goals against. That is dead last in Major League Soccer. And in the opening 8 minutes and 50 seconds, we are seeing firsthand why. There are gaps all over the place with this LA Galaxy back line. Inter Miami almost won a ball in their right attacking half, but LA Galaxy able to come out with it. Right to left on the push forward for LA. Nelson on the near touchline. He's about 35 yards away. Holds up play and sprays the ball into the attacking midfield behind him. Fagundes from his forward spot playing deep. Sends a short range pass to Winder. Winder was the 2024 USL Championship Young Player of the Year. A lot of talent, and he's realizing his Major League Soccer dream. LA Galaxy on the far side, along the touchline. Here's Peck. Peck had his pocket picked by Alba, who's been quick with the feet defensively here early on. And Inter Miami left to right on the attack. Long ball, Segovia to Allende, penalty arc, and he could not get a first touch, which has been his big problem all year. And Mitrovic will send a left-footed ball out of play, far touchline in Inter Miami's right attacking half. But once again, Allende and a first touch fail him. His form has been real poor over the last 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks. Inter Miami right attacking third. To the far side, Alba. He whips in across from 25 yards. That's handled in the middle by Zunka. Now LA Galaxy bullying its way out of the right defensive third, and here they come. Right to left, far touchline. 0-0 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. A turnover LA. Inter Miami right attacking half. Suarez charges right up the middle. Suarez outside the penalty arc. Cuts it to his left foot. Now he's going to send it to the left of the box. Here's Pico. Pico right-footed cross. It got in deep to Suarez. Point-blank shot saved by Mitrovic. Mitrovic, right place, right time, tucked against the far post. Suarez thought he had a sure thing goal, and Mitrovic came up with the save. Inter Miami continuing to put on pressure, and the crowd is electric right now here in Fort Lauderdale. The 11th minute, Inter Miami appears primed to break through here any moment. 0-0, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. In front of the midfield circle, it's Falcone for Inter Miami. And now, far outside channel, Alba into the lower left of the box. Segovia, his cross denied, but it falls to Pico left of the area. Pico to the upper left, Busquets. He sends a one-touch back to Pico, and Inter Miami stays patient. Middle channel, Kromoski. He chips the ball into the left portion of the area. That's handled by LA Galaxy, but Inter Miami swarming to the ball. Falcone back on it. He feeds left of the area. Pico low cross, not a lot on it. Swept away by Cerillo of LA. And he delivers a ball across the far touchline. It'll be a right attacking third throw in Inter Miami. As we bring you to the 12th minute. Alba wanted to lift something into the area from about 30 yards. That was headed back right onto him. And Inter Miami is going to go from far side to near side. Corralling 35 feet away. is Gonzalo Lujan to the middle channel, 25 yards away. Kromoski on to Suarez. He makes a turn. He had his dribble deflected back onto his right foot, and it's going to sail across the right end line. Goal kick for LA Galaxy for an extended period of possession there. And actually, Mitrovic didn't make the save on that Suarez shot. It went flat off the post. That post was open. There was enough room for Suarez to finish, and he planted it off the woodwork. Here's Mitrovic having some trouble in the back, deep in his right attacking third. Oh, LA Galaxy is really struggling in its own area, and finally able to win a deep right defensive third throw-in as Allende deflected a ball from Winder out of play near that right side, near side corner. Boy, that was really dangerous for LA Galaxy. Inter Miami swarming with its high pressure. Into the 13th minute, Inter Miami 0, LA Galaxy 0. And from the right defensive third hash mark, here's the throw-in that Inter Miami possesses back right away. Busquets sweeps the ball middle channel, 30 yards away. Here is Segovia, wanted to play through to Suarez. That was blocked away, and it is handled by Peck of LA Galaxy. And now the visitors from Southern California will surge forward, but a misplay from Fagundes. Weigand popped it high into the air. He tried to keep it in play near touchline, lost his footing. He looks to be okay. That was a little bit awkward with that right ankle, and it sails out of play for a Galaxy throw-in just to the attacking side of the midfield stripe. LA Galaxy right to left in the attack. It has been a while since they have done anything to bother Oscar Ustari. Inter Miami's veteran goalkeeper, 39 years old, second straight start after an extended absence. Missed 5.5 matches due to a leg injury. That happened at Cincinnati, the first of the two meetings between both of these sides. Ustari conceding 4 against Orlando City, including 1 he absolutely had to have, and he let it leak through him. A disastrous second half for Inter Miami at Orlando, conceding 3 times and really not showing a whole lot of resistance. This is a much better effort to start this one tonight. But LA Galaxy making a move up the right wing, left attacking half, into the left of the box. Falcone was able to put a right foot in front of an attempted cross from right of the area and break up that opportunity. LA Galaxy, though, with the ball going out of play, far touchline in the left attacking third with a throw-in. LA Galaxy about 30 yards away. Fagundes has it with his right foot as Kromoski tracks him. Now a far touchline delivery. This is Yamane, the Japanese international. Right flank, LA Galaxy, far touchline. LA Galaxy is set up shop in this left attacking half. 15.5 minutes have expired here in Fort Lauderdale. LA Galaxy away, being outscored 11-1 in the first half an hour. Inter Miami, good defense in its left defensive third, but Fagundes is still on it. Make that Royce. Royce is taken down from behind by Talasco Segovia. About 24 yards out, just outside the right border of the box, and this will be a free kick. Good opportunity for LA Galaxy as Royce went down hard. No card, but Segovia called for the foul. That is actually the first foul that has been called, period, in this match, and we're just over 16 minutes in. But back to what I was saying, 11-1, LA has been outscored first 30 minutes away this year. Inter Miami has outscored opponents 7-1, 16-minute mark to the half-hour mark. So this would be the time where Inter Miami, based on those numbers, would be able to strike. Royce standing over it, 25 yards away. Outside the right border of the box, wants to swing something in with a right foot, delivers to the middle of the area. Lujan got a head on it for Inter Miami. Nifty footwork for Weigand as he was able to maneuver out of his own area, and LA Galaxy has to settle for playing the ball back into its right defensive half. Into the back end of the midfield circle, this is Edwin Cerillo. Came through the FC Dallas Academy, played for North Texas, won a USL League One championship for North Texas, who is now in MLS Next Pro. Right to left in the attack, LA Galaxy on the right wing in that attacking half. It's Winder. Now a square ball, far side to near side. Nelson, the left back. Plays it to the left of the area. Fagundes has it. He'll retreat and send it 30 yards away. A one-touch from Parente. Back onto Fagundes. We are well into the 17th minute. Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Fagundes with his mid-thigh length short sends it Nelson left of the box. Nelson holds up play, slides it Paintsill upper left of the area. His attempt at a delivery went off of Wagon, who is in pain. I think he got hit in an uncomfortable groin area. That ball trickles across the left end line. And LA Galaxy will have its first corner of the match. It'll come near side to far side, and it looks like it's Marco Royce, acquired in August of 2024, who will do the set piece duties. Orlando scored off of a corner early, 4.5 minutes into the second half last Sunday. 0-0 scoreline, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy here from Fort Lauderdale. 18-15, 18-16, Royce right-footed in-swinging corner to the top of the 6-yard box. A head was placed on it by Zunka of LA Galaxy, but he couldn't direct it, and it sprays out of play. Far right end line, and it'll be a goal kick, Oscar Ustari and Inter Miami. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma brands radio station.
Chase Stadium, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami 0, LA Galaxy 0. As we bring you across the threshold of minute number 19. To my right, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer. I am merely Ken LaVicka. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in beautiful West Palm Beach. Inter Miami has possession in their right attacking half. Far side, Pico charging in on the left wing. Pico approaches the upper left of the box. Pico to the left of the penalty yard, sending a weak right-footed shot. It went off of Cedillo, the right center back of LA, and it will bound across the left end line. Set piece for Inter Miami. All Inter Miami corners brought to you by Lotto Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Per usual, Javier Mascherano, not a lot of variety to his fashion, has the black t-shirt, and he looks on from the other end of the pitch. First year Inter Miami manager, Jordi Alba. An out-swinging far side and near side corner, puts his left foot into it. It's high, floating to the back post, up and over the head of Inter Miami's Maxi Falcone. Retrieved right of the box, Suarez. He'll send a feed to the far post, and it's headed just up over the crossbar by Tadeo Allende. But Suarez put that perfectly touched onto Allende's head. He was a bit off balance, was Allende. Did well to get the right side of his head on it, but could not direct it enough on Michovic's goal. And it is still 0-0, and it's a goal kick for LA Galaxy. Inter Miami desperately needs Allende to get back into some semblance of form. It has been quite a while for Tadeo Allende since he has looked comfortable out on the pitch. He had one goal in the Leagues Cup in the knockout round clincher over Pumas, a goal that sealed it away. But other than that, he has really struggled the last 3 weeks or so. And if Inter Miami wants to advance to the semifinals of the Leagues Cup, put itself in a position to win silverware, and also make up some ground, 9 points behind the leader coming into tonight in the Supporters Shield and the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia Union, then Tadeo Allende has to get back into form on that right wing. 21st minute, Inter Miami plays a left defensive half ball to the near side, right attacking third, Wagon. Wagon cuts it to his left, stays on the ball, and he is dragged down just to the right of the box, and it'll be an Inter Miami free kick. This is going to be about 15 yards from the LA Galaxy goal, outside of the right border of the box. So Inter Miami has an opportunity with good pace to whip something in here off a set piece and potentially go up 1-0. Inter Miami has asked all sorts of questions here in the opening nearly 22 minutes. It'll be Segovia to deliver this set piece. LA Galaxy is going to set up a two-man wall about 3 yards inside the 18-yard penalty rectangle. Inter Miami sets up a massive humanity LA Galaxy marking just outside the upper left of the 6-yard box. Segovia takes the whistle, lobs the ball to the penalty arc, and wanted Alba. It was read perfectly, though, by Fagundes, who heads the ball easily into the Inter Miami left defensive half. Inter Miami back on it. Alba from 40 yards wanted to feed the area. That did not connect with anybody, and LA Galaxy retrieves in the near corner, and now they'll come out of their right defensive half. Full speed charge ahead, Winder, beautiful footwork, and he sends the ball into the attacking half, left near touchline for Paintsill. Close quarters pass, Winder. LA Galaxy going backwards into the right defensive third, and this will be trickled by Cerrillo onto the goalkeeper, Micevic, in his own area. Plays it directly forward, and now LA Galaxy has some real estate to work with in their defensive half. Now a ball is well placed into the left attacking half near side. It was corralled by Nelson of LA Galaxy, but he immediately fed it back to Cerrillo in the defensive half, and LA Galaxy taking its time, trying to maintain some semblance of possession. That has been few and far between in the opening 23 minutes. Now LA Galaxy creep back towards the midfield stripe. Yamane just inside the attacking half, right to left, is where LA Galaxy looks to move this possession as Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami goalkeeper dressed in blue tonight, meanders in his own penalty arc looking on. Micevic for LA Galaxy, the veteran goalkeeper, he is donned in yellow this evening. LA Galaxy still in its right defensive half, trying to find any way to unlock this Inter Miami defense. Royce, or make that Fagundes, attempted a one-touch ball up the right wing as Peck was charging hard, but it was easily swept away by Inter Miami. Falcone was pressured as he was able to possess just outside his box, and he distributes to Jordi Alba. Alba into the right attacking half, wanted Segovia. That was intercepted by LA Galaxy, but a heavy touch allows Alba into the right attacking half midfield circle. Sends it left wing, 35 yards away. Segovia now to the far touchline, right attacking third. It is Fafa Pico getting the start tonight for Inter Miami. Suarez put a lot of speed on a ball left wing, wanted to feed the far touchline. It got through Pico. There was too much pace on that ball from Suarez. Wasn't much of a need for that. And now LA Galaxy looking to come out of the back, and it is Nelson gliding left attacking half across the midfield stripe near side. This ball traverses the attacking half and the defensive half. It's left of the midfield circle, and now back to Nelson near touchline attacking half, and he'll play it back to the defensive portion. LA Galaxy has not won away this season. 0 victories, 8 defeats, 5 draws. They have a minus 24 goal differential on the season. That is second to last in Major League Soccer. It has been a horrific campaign for the defending champions. But they do find themselves in the quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup, which is very much a bit of a silver lining. Yes, your MLS season is tanked, but you have an opportunity at a trophy. We are closing in on the 26th minute here, opening half in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 0, LA Galaxy 0. LA in its attacking half, going right to left on the attack. Nelson 30 yards away, left wing. Nelson pushes it near touchline. Paintsill. Sidesteps to his left, finally challenged by Allende. Paintsill got around Allende outside the left portion of the box, and a really strong tackle from Inter Miami and Ben Kromoski. That was well done. Paintsill has gone to ground. There was no contact. Kromoski did well to take the ball right off of Paintsill's feet. Now the referee, Drew Fisher, is going to blow play dead. And Paintsill is going to be checked on by the referee. And Drew Fisher, like a good referee and a good human, helps him up off this natural surface. Greg Vanney, in his 5th year as the manager of LA Galaxy, looks on. And I believe Drew Fisher is going to drop the ball to Ustari, and he does. So Ustari will get play back underway. But Greg Vanney, in his 5th year in charge of this LA Galaxy side, Won the 2017 MLS Cup as the manager of Toronto, and then last year as the boss of LA Galaxy. One of the true managerial legends in Major League Soccer, certainly not talked about enough. A former LA Galaxy player for a season 2008. That was the final year of his pro career. He was drafted by LA Galaxy after starring at UCLA, but some local ties for Greg Vanney. His first year of college played at Florida International in South Florida. So I'm sure he still has some friends down here in South Florida after his 1 year in West Miami. Florida International, by the way, with a whole lot of beach imagery in and around its campus, and it could not be further from the beach in Miami-Dade County. 0-0 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy as we welcome you to the 28th minute. Inter Miami right attack in half. Allende, middle channel, Suarez 40 yards out. Good ball to the near touchline, right of the box. Wagon whips in across, and on the near post, it is launched into the seats by LA Galaxy. A saving defensive play by Edwin Cedillo. It'll be a corner for Inter Miami, near side to far side. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath will present this corner, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Just past the 8 o'clock Eastern Time hour here in South Florida, as twilight has taken effect. And Ben Kromoski with an outswinging corner near side to far side, sent it top of the 6-yard box, headed away by LA. It'll be retrieved though, far touchline, Alba 30 yards out. One foots it onto Sergio Busquets, who will send a retreating ball into the midfield circle for Gonzalo Lujan. Lujan looks on, right attacking half, just outside the midfield circle. Now Segovia, who is playing close to the defenders in the back, and now he's going to come forward. Here is a ball from Busquets, left of the box. Alba tried to one-touch, one-hop it onto Segovia. Segovia, great effort to win it through two defenders in the far left corner. Now Segovia on the right wing. Suarez outside the upper left of the box. Plays it into the penalty arc. Kromoski couldn't get onto it, but then it was won by Pico. It is chipped into the goal by Inter Miami. Suarez put it into the middle. Did Segovia get a touch? It did go off of Segovia in front of goal, middle of the 6-yard box. A back heel from Suarez. Segovia was marked, still able to put it into the middle of goal. 1-0 Inter Miami at the half-hour mark. The pressure pays off. It's been relentless all half. And finally the breakthrough. It was all set up by Bob Pico, continuing to move and work and win the ball for Inter Miami. Kromoski had it knocked away in the penalty arc. Pico poked it back on to Kromoski, who was able to feed it to Suarez, making a horizontal run to the left of the 6-yard box, and just a wonderful, I mean the cheekiest possible back heel delivery to a hard-charging Segovia, who somehow was able to get a right toe onto it. That's as good a goal as Inter Miami has scored all season long. A team goal, the definition of it. And it's 1-0 Inter Miami. So now there's going to be a VAR check. See if we can get another look at the replay. The referee on the far side, Drew Fisher, has been summoned to the monitor to give a look. VAR wants Fisher to get a glance at this. And the offside, no, I think he's onside. The offside they're looking at is in the far corner, well before the goal. Talasco Segovia was coming back towards the onsides portion of play as Alba fed him a ball. Segovia's coming backwards, and this is really close. It's back heel to back heel as Alba delivers it forward to a backtracking Segovia. I don't know how there's enough there to call that off. Drew Fisher's coming back out onto the pitch.
Final decision is no goal, offside.
They're calling off the goal. If Segovia was offside, he's offside by a spike on the bottom of his boot. And Segovia's running back against the grain as that Jordi Alba pass is delivered to him. And this is where VAR drives you absolutely insane. Because one, that sequence happened a full 40 seconds before the goal took place. It has nothing to do with the actual portion of play that led to the goal. Segovia worked hard to win the ball back. That is where the possession was won for Inter Miami. And now Inter Miami is being penalized for the ball being fed to a player who, again, was tracking backwards and was offside maybe by the length of a spike. If it's... VAR has its purpose, obviously. VAR has established itself. But that's where VAR really hurts the sport. Because there's no reason to wipe off that goal. Because it had absolutely no effect on what the eventual outcome was. So we're still 0-0 in the 33rd minute. Inter Miami works into the right attack in half. Coming up the left flank, here's Pico, upper left of the box. Pico, right foot, had it taken off his foot from behind at the last moment. Goes across the left end line just to the left of goal. It'll be another Inter Miami corner. Brought to you by Leiter, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Braunrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Far side and near side, Inter Miami, Ben Kromoski to deliver this corner. 0-0, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. A goal for Telesco. Segovia wiped off the board by VAR. Kromoski, short corner. It high wire acts that far touchline. Alba whips in across. That's handled. A clearance for LA, but it's onto the left wing. Segovia, 26 yards away. Busquets sprays a ball, lower right of the box. Suarez kept it in play along the end line. Suarez cuts it to his right foot, and he poked it towards goal. Far post, wanted Allende, but Mitrovic snags it out of midair. But Luis Suarez working extremely hard for Inter Miami, just shedding defenders, put his shoulder into Yamane, and sent him flailing. But Suarez just could not find Allende, who is making himself dangerous on that far post. We are beyond 35 minutes, 0-0 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy as expected. Inter Miami, the profoundly better team. But LA Galaxy hanging in there. Get the benefit of VAR to have this still remain a level scoreline. LA Galaxy right to left in the attack here in the opening half. Have it in their defensive half. A ball was placed short-ranged and it blasted off paint still of LA Galaxy, and Inter Miami with the possession after the turnover. Fafa Pico holds up plays. He wanted to move forward, and now Inter Miami is going to develop some shape into its attack. 40 yards out. Right flank, Kromoski. Square ball to Falcone on the opposite flank, same distance. Now into the middle channel, Busquets. Busquets always surveying, gives it off to Weigand, right of the box. Weigand, 2 assists on the year, comes forward slowly with his right foot, 1v1, will push it backwards. Kromoski on the near side. Kromoski along the near touchline. Weigand, nifty left-footed footwork. He floated a ball into the middle, wanted Pico, couldn't find him, but Inter Miami still has it. Right portion of the box, and Kromoski. Was he trying for a shot or trying to feed the far post? I think it was a shot. A little bit of a half push with his right leg. Kromoski sent it wide of Mitrovic's goal to the left and across the end line harmlessly. But Inter Miami is winning every 50-50 ball. They deserve to have a lead. They don't have it yet. 0-0 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. As we've mentioned in this broadcast so far, this is the third meeting all time between these two sides. These two have matched up few and far between. Inter Miami, right attacking third, left wing. Alba, left-footed delivery into the penalty arc. Wanted Allende, and it was Carrillo who broke it up for LA. Now look out. Fagundes into the left attacking half. Right up the middle, Fagundes feeds Royce. Now to the right portion of the box. It'll trickle outside the area, but LA still has possession. Yamane, a one-touch pass just outside the upper right of the area. Now, top of the box, Winder wanted to play it through. Was looking for Royce, and well done by Inter Miami. Talasco Segovia to gobble that up at the moment of truth. And now Inter Miami has some room to work with. Midfield circle, Allende, short range pass, Segovia one touches it back to a trail in Allende. He has it on the left wing, into the attacking third. Inter Miami left to right in the attack. Outside the left box, it's Pico. Gives it short range, Allende. Allende looking and sends it short to Segovia. Now outside the penalty arc, Suarez, a 1-2 with Segovia, but it is taken off his feet by Zanca. And then a foul against Inter Miami in the LA Galaxy defensive half. Paintsill was chopped on from behind by Busquets. 38th minute, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy 0-0. First time these two teams met, April the 18th, 2021, here in Fort Lauderdale. LA Galaxy 3, Inter Miami 2. Sasha Kleistek with the game-winning goal in that match. And then last year, February the 25th, Lionel Messi on a pass from Jordi Alba was able to get Inter Miami a 1-1 draw, 90+2. That's a wrap for the old-time meetings. This is the third one here tonight. As we approach minute number 39 in this scoreless draw. LA right defensive half, and Mitrovic will play the ball with his feet in the middle of his area. These two goalkeepers have struggled for Inter Miami and for LA Galaxy. Ustari comes into tonight 67% save percentage. That's 26th amongst goalkeepers in MLS who have 10 or more starts. But Mitrovic at 56.7%. And the crowd roars as Lionel Messi and Rodrigo de Paul are up and beginning to get warm here in the 39th minute. That suggests that we may have two halftime substitutions for Javier Mascherano. The last time we saw Lionel Messi get up at this exact same juncture was the home match against Philadelphia back in April. And Lionel Messi not only substituted in at halftime, but scored almost right away. And Inter Miami beat Philadelphia 2-1. Inter Miami has it in its defensive half, left side of the natural surfaced pitch here at Chase Stadium. And now into the attacking half. Here's Pico to the left of the midfield circle, sends a square ball, well placed, one hop to Weigand. Weigand near right side, floats a ball penalty arc. It's headed down by Suarez. Segovia back to Suarez. He wanted to direct his shot, right foot just outside the upper left of the box, but I believe it hit off of an LA Galaxy defender, and that slowed it down. Mitrovic able to scoop up the ball. The crowd chanting for Messi. I will say, last place team in the entire league here tonight, and Inter Miami coming off of a listless defeat in a derby, and this crowd has been up for it here in South Florida. Needed to be like this against Tigres Wednesday night in the quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup. Paintsill for LA Galaxy, near touchline, left attacking half, 1v1 against Lujan. Paintsill trying to get around Lujan, and did initially before Weigand came up to challenge Paintsill. Along the left end line, there was contact, and a foul is called against Weigand. He is extremely unhappy with the call. He reacts in an adamant manner towards Drew Fisher, the referee. Paintsill still on the ground, being helped up, and this is going to be a free kick, hugging the left end line, about 6 yards outside the left border, near side of the box. So LA Galaxy has a set piece as we are 41 and a half minutes through in the opening 45. Marco Reus, the Borussia Dortmund star, will try and play something dangerous with a right foot. Inter Miami trying to mark. Luis Suarez protecting the near post. That's where Paintsill grabs some water. The LA Galaxy forward, taking Ustari's hydration. Royce gets the whistle. And It was a cross sent right to Ostari. He mishandled it. It went off his chest, but Segovia able to swipe it out of the area. Now Inter Miami on the counter. Here's Papa Pico racing into the right attacking half, into the attacking third. Gives it off left wing Suarez. Suarez looking for a trailer. Found him in Allende. Allende to the right of the penalty arc, and he put a big right foot into it, but it was blocked away short range, and LA Galaxy able to send it back into the Inter Miami defensive portion, and the Herons have to play it back to Ustari in his penalty arc. Fafa Pico put on the burners. He was looking for some support on his left, finally had Suarez, but by that time, defensive support had come for LA. But Inter Miami wastes no time, pushing it back into the right attacking half. Busquets in the midfield circle, played it through. Here's Alba, and a goal! To the right portion of the box, Alba put it onto his left foot, and he slotted it past the keeper. 1-0, Inter Miami. What a pass from Busquets to Alba. Barca to Barca. Inter Miami has its deserved lead in the 42nd minute. A signature ball from Busquets. Alba playing on the right side, able to leak behind the defense. And he is onside. There is no question about that. This one will count. And Sergio Busquets has collected his 6th assist of the year. Jordi Alba, his 2nd goal in MLS play, and it's 1-0 Inter Miami. We are about a minute 15 away from full time in this opening half. Meanwhile, LA off the restart with John Nelson left attacking half. Got to about 30 yards from goal and then sends a backwards pass as LA Galaxy now continues forward. Royce, I should say, outside right channel. He's able to pick out Peck, but now LA Galaxy, they will head backwards into the midfield circle. 1-0 Inter Miami. Jordi Alba on a beautiful playthrough from Sergio Busquets. How many times have we said that in 2025? Busquets just continues to get finer with age when it comes to distribution. His days of being dangerous around goal are not so existent any longer, but man, can he dish it. As we approach 45 minutes and we look to the near touchline for the 4th referee and how much he's going to put on the board. And Inter Miami will win a defensive third throw-in far side as Maxi Falcone and Jordi Alba bothersome defensively. 4 extra minutes. 4 extra minutes, extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer or visit AudiUSA.com. Lionel Messi and Rodrigo de Paul continue to get loose beyond the end line in Inter Miami's defensive half, and would appear to be halftime substitutions oncoming. LA Galaxy win the ball back in their attacking third, left portion of the pitch. Royce along the far touchline, and Fafa Pico able to take the ball right off of him. Now Inter Miami's Pico. Inter Miami on the run. Right attacking half, Segovia turns it inside, and then Kramaski one-touches it to Pico, who is offside as he was on the verge of the right attacking third, held up his run, and the ball sails out of play across the far touchline. Right idea, the timing just not quite there. Both Kramaski and Pico were open about some of their unhappiness this week when talking with local media. Kramaski saying, quote, "I think the most important thing for me is to be at a very high level, and to get there, I need minutes and experience. I played very little in recent games. I don't think it's because of my level." As LA Galaxy sends the ball to the right of the area, far right corner in its left attacking third, and Paintsill mishandles and delivers the ball past the touchline for an Inter Miami far side throw-in. Kramaski continued, "I feel good and imagine it's for other reasons, but I'm going to keep trying. Hopefully in the next month, in the coming weeks, I'll get to play a bit more." Meanwhile, Fafa Pico talked similarly about lack of minutes and also expressed a desire to get to know his teammates better. So certainly, those two entitled to their opinions, and certainly everyone is entitled to their feelings. That said, at this juncture of a season, perhaps it's not best to be speaking so provocatively to local media. With a club where anything that is said is going to make headlines around the world. There's a lot at stake. Distractions, not ideal. Inter Miami, right attacking third. Left wing, here's Pico. Pico into the upper left of the box. Pico, Suarez played it through instead of taking the ball upper left. And before it could get to Allende at the top of the box, LA Galaxy win it back with Zunka. Winder, far side in his defensive third. He simply clears the ball into no man's land. Falcone retrieves for Inter Miami. 47:50 on the clock. We're about 3 minutes into the additional 4, tacked on by a referee, Drew Fisher. Inter Miami had a goal wiped off the board, VAR, on an assist from Suarez. Goal for Segovia didn't count. But then just several minutes later, Busquets from the midfield, a perfect pass to Jordi Alba, making a vertical run to the right of the box, able to make a perfect one-touch onto his left foot and slot it past Mitrovic to make it 1-0 Inter Miami. About 30 seconds left in this opening half. Don't forget at halftime, it'll be Mike Rizzo with your first half highlights, your first half numbers, and a look around Major League Soccer. Inter Miami content just to bandy the ball about in its left defensive half. Top of the box, keeper Oscar Ustari plays it up ahead to Kramaski, and he will send it near touchline. Wegan waiting for Allende to make a run. That's a good first touch from Allende on the right wing. Allende charges into the right of the box, chips the ball to the penalty arc, wanted Suarez. It did not get through, and there is the final whistle of the opening half. Inter Miami has been in complete command. They deserve a better scoreline, but they'll take the 1-0 advantage after 45 minutes. The goal for Jordi Alba, his second in Major League Soccer play in 2025, his fourth all competitions. Sergio Busquets able to tally his 6th assist in Major League Soccer play. And at halftime, Inter Miami 1, LA Galaxy 0. Mike Rizzo has your halftime show in West Palm Beach. After this, it's Inter Miami football.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's DQ Grill and Chill's new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard! This limited time treat combines DQ's signature soft serve, dyed blue of course, along with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. The Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard is available for a limited time only at DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Midfield circle, played it through. Here's Alba, and a goal! To the right portion of the box. Alba put it onto his left foot, and he slotted it past the keeper. 1-0, Inter Miami. What a pass from Busquets to Alba. Barca to Barca. Inter Miami has its deserved lead in the 42nd minute. A signature ball from Busquets.
Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami halftime show. I am your host, Mike Rizzo. 1-0. Our Inter Miami Herons on top of the LA Galaxy. Thank you to Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba. As the great Ken Levicka said there, Barca to Barca, and it is 1-0, our Herons on top at the break. Now, I would like to say it was really all Inter Miami that entire first half. He had a couple of chances in the beginning for both sides. He kind of had a chance by Peck for LA Galaxy. Didn't necessarily think it was worth cutting. He had one chance, but really other than that, it was Inter Miami. You had Suarez, big chance, which we'll hear in a second. You had Telesco Segovia get a goal off a beautiful, cheeky little back heel pass from Luis Suarez. Folks, I guess he was a cleat, like a bottom of a shoe cleat offsides. I could not believe they called that first goal offsides, but apparently Segovia was offsides on the would have been goal, so that one got washed off, and then you just heard the 1-0 goal that made, or rather from Sergio Busquets to Jordi Alba. But before we get into the other highlights, I do want to play, or rather go through the rundown of a couple of stats here. Inter Miami, in an odd game where they don't have majority of the ball, LA Galaxy 56% of the ball compared to Inter Miami's 44%. Inter Miami, though, dominating the XG. Inter has 2 on the dot, 2.01 rather, XG, if you're into that statistic. I am, but I know a couple of people aren't. LA Galaxy, by the way, folks, 0. A big fat goose egg. I told you, Peck had that chance. Didn't even put it on target. Not even getting counted on the XG. 0 total shots, 0 big chances for the Galaxy. They've enjoyed majority of the ball, but really haven't been able to do anything with it. And outside of that Peck chance, absolutely nothing. As far as for Inter Miami, 12 shots, 4 big chances. 12 shots, 4 big chances for our Herons as they are really, in my opinion, dominating this game at halftime. You got 3 on target for Inter Miami as well. So 3 on target, 4 big chances, 12 total shots, and in a weird one where they don't have majority of possession, but they are still dominating the ball. As we know how our Herons play, they like to dominate the ball. They like to keep the ball kind of centralized. They like to go through the center of the pitch. Haven't necessarily seen a lot of that tonight. But they've made their chances count. They got 3 on target, 12 total, and Sergio Busquets with a brilliant pass to Jordi Alba. And Sergio truly, one of the better number 5s in world football history. But his passing, man, he hasn't missed a beat. Sergio Busquets hasn't missed a beat when it comes to passing the football. Legs probably aren't there as much. Can't track back like he used to. That's why I like him playing. I said during the pregame show, I like where Sergio is playing, kind of that deep-lying playmaker, the holding-esque kind of midfielder. As we know, Mascherano, he likes playing a box-to-box midfielder. It seems like Benjamin Kromaski is on that duty tonight. But Sergio, man, has been locked into his position since joining Inter Miami, and I thoroughly enjoy watching Sergio Busquets play football. It is a lot of fun. Now, I do want to update everyone as well. I talked to Ken. I wanted to double check with him. Lionel Messi and Rodrigo de Paul were warming up on the sidelines. So I don't want to guarantee that they're going to be coming in the second half. But I would put I would put a pretty good number on it. How about that for those two to come in post halftime? I don't want to sit here and say it's going to be immediately, but they were warming up on the sidelines. Usually that means they're going to be coming in at some juncture of the game. And I talked about this with the Deportes boys, Elias and Damian. You can hear them on 760 AM ESPN Deportes, but for all my Spanish speakers in the chat. But I talked to them, and we kind of both agreed that Messi probably should get some minutes. Messi has not played since suffering that injury against Necaxa. He was brilliant against Atlas. He had 2 assists. He was man of the match. But if we remember, he went down in that 7th minute, came off the pitch in the 9th. So if I'm Javier Mascherano, I'm probably getting him some time before that big Tigres game coming up. August 20th, you got the quarterfinal in Chase Stadium this coming Wednesday. So 4 days from now, Lionel Messi, in my opinion, is going to be in the starting 11. Like I said, my opinion, nothing solid to go on here. No sources or anything like that. It's just my opinion. I think he's going to be in that lineup against one of the bigger teams in North America, or rather this side of the continent, Mexico technically. Central America, you get what I'm saying. Messi's going to be in that lineup. Might as well get him some playing time and get those legs used to, running on that pitch after having 2.5 weeks off. Let's get into the highlights. So I mentioned Inter Miami surprisingly losing the possession battle, dominating the XG, 2 XG compared to 0. LA Galaxy don't even have a shot on the stat sheet, but they are winning the possession battle. Inter Miami, 12 total shots, 3 on target, 4 big chances. Let's hear the first big chance of the game for our Inter Miami Herons. Luis Suarez with a chance early on to make things 1-0.
Pico right-footed cross. It got in deep to Suarez. Point-blank shot saved by Mitrovic. Mitrovic, right place, right time, tucked against the far post. Suarez thought he had a sure thing goal, and Mitrovic came up with the save. Inter Miami continuing to put on pressure, and the crowd is electric right now here in Fort Lauderdale.
Next, we go to Telasco Segovia's would have been goal, but apparently he was a cleat offsides.
It was won by Pico. It is chipped into the goal by Inter Miami. Suarez put it into the middle. Did Segovia get a touch? It did go off of Segovia in front of goal, middle of the 6-yard box. A back heel from Suarez.
So a cheeky back heel pass to Segovia ultimately doesn't count, but this one did.
Busquets in the midfield circle, played it through. Here's Alba, and a goal! To the right portion of the box. Alba put it onto his left foot, and he slotted it past the keeper. 1-0, Inter Miami. What a pass from Busquets to...
So Sergio Busquets, as Ken says, like fine wine with those passes. Busquets to Alba, 1-0 at halftime. Last thing, folks, here are the fixtures going around the MLS, presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Folks, do you want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you, the driver, in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, Audi's best made better. Test drive the all-new Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is the 2025 Audi Q5. Test drive it at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Last thing around the MLS, Montreal and DC United, 1-1. All these are at halftime, by the way. Montreal, DC, 1-1. Charlotte and Real Salt Lake. Charlotte up 1-0. Inter Miami, obviously up 1-0 over LA Galaxy. The Revolution and LAFC tied 0-0. New York Red Bulls and Philadelphia Union, the top of the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia Union, 0-0 at halftime. And then Toronto and the Columbus Crew. The Crew are up 1-0. Crew are one spot ahead of our Herons on the Eastern Conference table. Sending it back to Ken LaVicka and the voice of the Inter Miami Herons. Not to mention our OG Oscar Gonzalez, our on-site producer. We love our OG Oscar. Sending you back for the second half. Enjoy the second half. Like we said, Messi and DePaul warming up. We'll see if they come on our Inter Miami radio network.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
As we suspected, Lionel Messi and Rodrigo DePaul are indeed on the pitch. They are halftime substitutions for Inter Miami. 1-0 Inter Miami over LA Galaxy as we bring you back to Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. To my right, the OG Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer. I am Ken LaVicka. You just heard from Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. There's the whistle from our referee, Drew Fisher, and the second 45 underway. Inter Miami 1, LA Galaxy 0. And again, Lionel Messi is back for the first time since the very, very, very early in that match, 10 minutes in, right leg ailment that he suffered against Necaxa. That was the second contest of the Leagues Cup. Missed the finale against Pumas in the Leagues Cup and then did not play at Orlando City last Sunday. But he and Rodrigo DePaul are halftime substitutions. Inter Miami going right to left in the attack. Suarez heads it to Messi, who came charging into the penalty arc. Could not make a clean touch, though. And LA Galaxy able to get a foot on it, and they race into the right attacking half. Near touchline, here's Peck. Peck to the right of the box. That is handled by Fagundes, but LA Galaxy couldn't keep it in play, and it'll be an Inter Miami throw-in, and it's right defensive third. Lionel Messi taking off Talasco Segovia, Rodrigo DePaul replacing Tadeo Allende. Javier Mascherano wanting to get Lionel Messi some action just to knock any rust off before Tigres comes here to Chase Stadium in that critical quarterfinal of the Leagues Cup on Wednesday. Lionel Messi in the midfield circle. Here he comes, right to left in the attack. A ball sprayed to the right side. It is played back into the middle for Messi. Left foot! And he put it just up over the top of the crossbar. But Messi had a lot of room to operate. And it is going to be a goal kick for LA Galaxy. Kremoski and Messi on the build-up. Messi just not able to put the ball on target. It sailed on him a bit. Upper left. Rodrigo to Paul. This is the first time in an Inter Miami shirt for him in his 5th match that he is coming off the bench. He has started the previous 4. So LA Galaxy in its defensive third, left side of this natural surface, played back to Mitrovic, the yellow-clad LA Galaxy goalkeeper. He sends a sky ball about 35 yards away. A misplay from Weygant. That allows LA Galaxy to gallop into the attacking half. Into the attacking third. Fagundes sends it to the upper right. Left foot and a diving save to his right. Oscar Ustarius Peck had an ambitious attempt, but it had a ton of pace on it. Ustari read it right off of the foot, and he'll roll it back on to Gonzalo Lujan, and Inter Miami will come out of its defensive third. That was a bit dangerous for Inter Miami. Ustari able to extinguish that attempt. And now Inter Miami in the middle of the pitch. Rodrigo to Paul, defensive half. Now to Messi. Messi pushes a ball into the left attacking half. Kromaski far side. Back on to Messi just inside the defensive half. And he'll hook a left-footed ball to Pico. Good first touch. Still on it, but his second touch failed him. But the defender fell down in the left of the area. Alba was harassing, but could not win possession. Now LA coming up the near side into the attacking half right side. Peck on the right flank. Plays it through, right of the box, and a cross is blocked away by Lujan of Inter Miami. And this will be a throw-in as it went across the touchline. Matheus Nascimento has come on for LA Galaxy. He also a halftime substitution. So Nascimento is into the match. Here is Royce. The right attacking third for LA Galaxy. Sends it along the touchline to Yamane. Now back on to Royce. Yamane and Royce, close quarters about 5 yards away. 2 consecutive passes to one another, and then Sergio Busquets able to come in and swipe the ball away from those two. And LA, along the midfield stripe, going to have to play it back to Mitrovic, who is 35 yards off his line. Nascimento for LA taking Winder off officially. Elijah Winder. So Nascimento will take over in the LA Galaxy midfield. Peck near touchline. LA Galaxy in the attack left to right. Fagundes. Now back to Peck, hugging that near touchline. Here's Yamane. Yamane wanted to get right of the box, retreated. Instead found Fagundes. He meanders towards the area on the right wing. Now back to Yamane. He has it right of the box. Sends a slow dribbler into the middle. Lujan able to push a ball with the left foot out of danger. It's sent about 35 yards away. And we have a foul all the way back in the Inter Miami penalty area. Is that Weygant who is down in pain? I believe it is. And Weygant is going to need some assistance, I believe. Lionel Messi is bent over in the middle of the Inter Miami defensive half. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if there was nothing going on around him. And it looks like he is putting pressure on that right leg. The physios don't seem to be concerned about him, but I don't know what he's doing. He has been crouched down with his hands on his knees for this entire last minute as Weygant receives medical attention in his own penalty arc. Javier Mascherano looking on, and now Messi has popped back up and is walking, and I can't tell if he has a little bit of a limp or if he's okay. He hasn't made a motion towards the Inter Miami touchline. He's walking into the midfield circle as Weygant continues to receive treatment. Inter Miami has a number of players who are getting loose beyond the end line. Messi is trying to stretch out what appears to be his right hamstring. Messi is back to hands on knees. And this is him trying to stretch out that hamstring, keep it loose. I don't think there's any sort of injury there. I just think that for Messi, he's still probably feeling some tightness with that hamstring, and he's trying to stretch himself out. But we'll let you know if there's anything more concerning to discuss. 52nd minute, 1-0 Inter Miami. A late first half goal from Jordi Alba. And now Weigand is up and appears to be okay. Nobody in any urgency heading to the fourth referee. And now play is restarted. LA Galaxy has the possession. And about 35 yards from goal, here is Zonka. Zonka sends it short to Fagundes. Now Gamane, right of the box, whips in a tricky cross. It was a left-footed toe poke from Falcone that cleared it, but Galaxy try to play back in from right of the area, cleared by Inter Miami. Then a left-footed shot from just outside the upper left. Nelson put a strong left foot into it, but that was blocked away by Inter Miami. But LA Galaxy still in possession, and now they're going to give it away. They were offside on a square ball that was delivered far side to near side. Pico able to retrieve in the near right corner, and Inter Miami is going to try and maneuver out of its deep defensive third. Pico, nice ball, side swipe ball to Alba. He races and sends a high ball into the middle of the Inter Miami defensive half onto Rodrigo de Paul. Now Lionel Messi. Messi, short range pass back to de Paul. In the middle of the Inter Miami right defensive half. Busquets and Alba with a 1-2 in the defensive midfield, and Inter Miami content now to possess in its defensive portion. Inter Miami attacking right to left, up 1-0 as we close in on 55 minutes. Busquets, nifty stretch to get a right foot on a ball from Alba and into the left attacking half, Inter Miami. To the right, here's Kromaski. Kromaski outside the border, the right portion of the box, about 27 yards out. De Paul, now to Busquets on the left flank. Now middle channel. Busquets floats the ball back to Kromaski. Kromaski right wing near the box. Sends it to the right portion of the box. De Paul is on it. De Paul shielding off the defender. Gave it back to Kromaski. He blasts the ball to the far post. It never made it to Alba. It is deflected up over his head, and Alba is able to hustle and play the ball from the left attacking third near touchline back into the defensive half for Oscar Ustari, who obliges, races 40 yards out, and puts it back into play. And Inter Miami promptly gets back into the attacking half. Left side of the midfield stripe. Falcone now. Touch got away from him momentarily, but he's able to feed it to Alba along the touchline. Inter Miami left attacking half. Pico, great ball to Alba. Alba comes up the left wing. Alba, low cross, almost got through. Cerrillo got a right foot on it, and LA Galaxy kept it in play along the end line. That was dangerous as Kromaski was racing towards Mitrovic in the LA Galaxy goal. We welcome you to the 55th minute. This 1-0 scoreline. Lujan got away with a handball for Inter Miami. Inter Miami, they're not going to appeal to the referee. They'll say, we'll take the ball. And straddling that midfield stripe was Maxi Falcone, and Inter Miami works it to the far side and now further back into the defensive portion. Busquets behind the midfield circle is going to play to his goalkeeper, top of the box, Oscar Ustari. Ustari, the 39-year-old, disperses off to his right. That's where he found Gonzalo Lujan. Inter Miami still in its defensive half. De Paul quickly left foot swipes it back to Ustari. Inter Miami at home this season, second half, an even goal differential. They'd love to see that open up a bit. Inter Miami, right to left in the attack. In the attacking third, De Paul. Into the middle, wanted Messi, and he is still limping a little bit. Lionel Messi is. He doesn't look overly confident on this right leg. Lionel Messi, he does not agree to anything, and he believes he's being forced into. It was his decision. He wanted to get in at halftime, him and Rodrigo de Paul, but he still looks like things are a little bit ginger on that right leg. Inter Miami, right defensive half. Into the midfield circle, Suarez. Suarez, long ball, and here comes Alba to the left of the box. He's going to get onto the ball. Now he's in the left box and feeds to the penalty arc, and oh, Messi nearly beautifully finessed a ball into the upper left. It goes just over the crossbar. Goal kick, LA Galaxy. Oh, Lionel Messi. What touch on that attempt. That was absolutely superb and just on a wonderful ball from Alba up over the woodwork. Inter Miami 1, LA Galaxy 0 in the 58th minute. LA Galaxy this season a minus 14 goal differential in second half play. That's tied for third worst in Major League Soccer. 30 goals allowed in second halves this year, LA Galaxy. That's tied for worst in all of MLS. 15 goals against on the road in the final 45 for the defending MLS Cup champions. That's tied for second worst in the league. Here's Ustari as he was able to cut in front of Royce, who was coming in hot up the middle channel in the LA Galaxy right attacking third. Ustari got there first with a right foot and kept Royce off the ball. Good veteran goalkeeping, and then a foul against LA Galaxy in its attacking half. A giveaway, Jordi Alba off the restart, and LA will go to work here near touchline, left to right, pushing with this possession. Fagundes, 40 yards from goal, right flank. Fagundes takes a pass in traffic, got away from a defender, Busquets, and sends a ball along the near touchline. Yamane back to the attacking midfield. Zonka now into the middle channel, going right to left. Parente curls a ball to the outside. Paintsill sidestepping to his left. Now he is left of the box. Paintsill with a first touch, got around the defender. Now nutmegs a defender and then put it off of Ustari, and it went into the goal. Paintsill scores for LA. Ustari couldn't make the stop from an impossible angle. Joseph Paintsill scores for LA Galaxy with a brilliant 1v1. He did it all himself. He wanted it more. And we're level 1-1 in the 58th minute. Paintsill using his athleticism to absolutely bully his way to that near post, and Ustari couldn't make a clean save. It goes off of his body and into the back of the net. Way got blown by. And then any help from Lujan. Lujan is olayed by Paintsill, and Ustari is beaten below his right arm. That is the second time in as many games Oscar Ustari is beaten up against the post on a shot he should save. So now Inter Miami is level at the hour mark with the worst team in Major League Soccer. Needs some fortitude. Here's to Paul into the right of the box. He was dispossessed though, and then it is knocked out of play by Waycott in the far corner. It is going to be a deep defensive third throw-in for LA Galaxy. Now this is not what we anticipated when Messi and DePaul came in at halftime. You know, we're still not seeing a whole lot of great movement from Lionel Messi, making his first appearance since the right leg injury took place against Necaxa in the second match of the League's Cup. A halftime substitute, Inter Miami wins the LA Galaxy throw-in. Here's Pico, right wing, 30 yards from goal. Now to Paul. Sends a ball left of the box. It is corralled there by Alba. Alba, always energetic. Outside the upper left, Suarez. Good ball to Kremoski, right of the area. Falls to Messi! And then it was blocked onto Suarez, and he blasts a shot over the goal and into the seats. Oh, Suarez was camped out left of the penalty spot, and he put too much on it. Messi had some room at the top of the area. It was blocked by Cerrillo. It fell right to Suarez, but he could not put it on target. Meanwhile, off a nifty pass, Mitrovic on the goal kick. Good ball right up the middle, and now here comes LA Galaxy on the run. Along the near touchline, right of the area, Peck. Step over once and twice against Falco. Now it's laid off Fagundes. He has it outside right channel, 25 yards away. Now Royce collects on the right wing. Right attacking third, LA Galaxy. Fagundes near touchline. 62nd minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Fagundes sidestepping left along that touchline, able to find Yamane. Now goes near side to left wing. Nelson sends it left to the area. Paintsill, the goal scorer. Outside the upper left, curls the ball into the penalty arc to Yamane of LA Galaxy. 62-17, 62-18, LA Galaxy still possess, and then finally a giveaway. And the race is on. It's a 3-on-2 counter to Paul, has Suarez to his left, Messi to his right, goes to Suarez, left of the box. Suarez into the left box. Suarez just outside the 6-yard area, and his cross looking for DePaul is sent out of play to the left of goal. It'll be a corner for Inter Miami, near side to far side, presented by Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fraunrath, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Way got the lone man back in the center circle. Meanwhile, everybody populates the box. Pink for Inter Miami, white for LA Galaxy. 63rd minute, we have just entered it. It is 1-1. Here is DePaul with the corner. Pico came flying in, but he couldn't get a head on it. Paintsill, meanwhile, for LA Galaxy, will push the ball forward with his head. Now the race is on for Peck, coming into the right attacking half. Wanted to send it to Paintsill, who was making a run right up the middle, but it was off the mark, and Ustari able to scoop up the ball on the top of his box. But this is getting a little nervy here for Inter Miami. Lionel Messi is in the match, a halftime substitute, him and Rodrigo DePaul. Messi has looked a bit hobbled. Messi has it now in the attacking half, Inter Miami right to left. Messi taking his time, just plays it back. Typically, Messi there would try and charge around the defender. No, it is Wega outside right channel. Gave it Kromaski. Inter Miami about 27 yards from goal. Busquets into the middle to Paul. DePaul to the right of the penalty arc. DePaul rolls the ball right of the box. Kromaski is on it in the corner. Kromaski now to Weigott. Weigott right of the area. Weigott delivers, and he mishit it terribly. Up and over the goal and out of play across the left end line. Goal kick. And you wonder if Ian Frey might substitute in for Inter Miami momentarily, as Weigott was flat-footed and looked really tired on the Paintsill LA Galaxy goal, and then just biffed that cross attempt. He looks tired. Kickoff temperature was 86 degrees on a day where it reached 95 in Fort Lauderdale. LA Galaxy with its keeper, Micevic, gave away a ball 30 yards away. Here's Jordi Alba, Inter Miami, just outside the penalty arc. DePaul. DePaul is battling with a defender and is able to stay on possession as he retreated. Now outside the penalty arc, Suarez swipes it, left box, Alba. Alba, Suarez played through to Messi. Messi, top of the box, his shot is blocked again. Falcone on it, and his left foot is up and over the bar and 12 rows deep. Alba not happy with Maxi Falcone giving that a go. Sends his arms skyward. But Inter Miami now applying some more pressure. 1-1 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Galaxy have not won a match away from home all year long. They only have 3 wins on the season. It took 17 matches this year for LA Galaxy to win in MLS play. They didn't win for the first time until May 31st, a 2-0 triumph over Real Salt Lake. But then in the last 11 matches, all competitions, LA Galaxy, 5 victories, 2 defeats, 4 draws. It has been better. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. It's Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
We return to Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as Oscar Ustari has a ball roll on in front of the Inter Miami net, and the veteran goalkeeper gets Inter Miami back on the run. 1-1 Inter Miami. And the worst team in MLS, LA Galaxy. It suddenly turned into a battle, 66th minute. And then it's Papa Pico just outside the upper left of the area. in the Inter Miami attacking third, trying to direct a ball to the far post from distance, and he did not miss by much, but it is sent across the end line. Goal kick, LA Galaxy, but that was one heck of an attempt by the veteran Fafa Pico. Along with Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, I'm Ken Levick, Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Jordi Alba with a goal late in the first half on an assist from Sergio Busquets, mere minutes after Talasco Segovia had a goal wiped off the board with VAR. And Inter Miami had a 1-0 advantage at halftime. Look out, Paintsill for LA Galaxy. Got behind Weygott. Weygott then tackled him from behind, a clean tackle. That's a good recovery from Weygott, about 25 yards from goal. Meanwhile, Inter Miami is into the attacking half, left side of the pitch, near touchline. Pico with the right foot. Pico coming to the left wing. Pico 30 yards out, sends it backwards to Alba. Alba, far side, ball to Messi. Messi, upper right of the box. Messi played it to Suarez. Tough angle shot from the right of the 6-yard area. Mitrovic is able to save it and sends it across the right end line. Corner for Inter Miami. There was a ton of power behind that ball from Luis Suarez. All corners for Inter Miami, presented by Lytle Ryder Smith, Ivy and Fronrath, represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Oh, what a beautiful rolled ball from Messi. The corner, far side to near side for Inter Miami. Rodrigo to Paul is going to give way to, or is he just going to play it short to Lionel Messi? And it is played short along the right end line. Messi back to Paul, right of the box to Paul. Right foot delivery into the middle. Pico got a head on it and it one-hops to Mitrovic. Another save for Mitrovic, his second in as many attempts on goal in this same sequence. And it remains Inter Miami 1, LA Galaxy 1. As we welcome you to the 69th minute. The Jordi Alba late first half goal, and then the Joseph Paintsill LA Galaxy goal just shy of the hour mark, beating Ustari near post. And that is our score line. Inter Miami has really dominated this match, but that goal concession extremely frustrating. Paintsill just individually better than everybody that he left in his dust, and now he has the ball on the right attacking third for LA Galaxy. Far side. Sent short range. Here is Royce. Royce goes left wing to middle channel, sends a square ball on one hop to Yamane, the Japanese international. About 6 yards off the near touchline. Couple of short-range passes with Peck. And now Fagundes gets involved in this passing trio. Yamane along the touchline near side. Still in the attacking half is LA Galaxy. 69-49, 69-50, 69-51. Inter Miami made 2 halftime substitutions. Lionel Messi and Rodrigo de Paul entered the match. 1 substitution for LA Galaxy. Mateus Nascimento came off the touchline for the defending MLS Cup champions. LA still in its attacking half, being patient. Fagundes heads to the near touchline. Yamane attempted a back heel forward pass, and it was Alba who knocked it across the touchline for a right attacking third near touchline throw-in. So LA Galaxy is dictating possession here in the 70th minute, looking for a draw. Their 6th of the year on the road. Inter Miami will feel like they gave away a lot of points in the table. And a golden opportunity. Paintsill left of the area for LA Galaxy. Sends it Royce outside the upper left. Back recycling a ball to the left of the box. And Royce receives a pass right away. Paintsill one touches it on the left wing. And now Royce into the penalty yard. Tried to take a return feed, but got nutmegged by Kromoski. And now Inter Miami charging to Paul. Nice ball onto Kromoski. Left attacking third, right wing. Cross to the far post. Left of the box. And now in the left box, here's Suarez. Suarez to the left of the penalty arc. To Paul's shot. Took a carom off the defender. And it is wide right of the LA Galaxy goal. And this is going to be another corner for Inter Miami. Far side, near side. Lytle Ryder Smith, Ivy and Fronrath will give you this corner, representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. 71-40, 71-41 on the clock. Far side to near side is this corner. And this is high into the air outside the penalty arc. Oh, off the volley, left foot swipe, Alba from 28 yards, and that's over the goal. Inter Miami has put everything up and over for the most part tonight. Whether it's Messi, whether it's Suarez, whether it's Alba, who's the only Inter Miami player who has hit the back of the net. And that time Alba got a good foot on it, but it was off the mark. We are well into the 72nd minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. High ball defensively, snuffed out by Maxi Falcone of Inter Miami, and Inter Miami back into the attacking half. DePaul, 40 yards away, gave it middle channel Messi. Messi distributes back to DePaul on the right wing, outside the upper right, low shot, and that's wide left. So DePaul this time, good height on the shot, but he was way, way left. He hooked it, and LA Galaxy about to send on 2 substitutes. Looks like it'll be Julian Auda, the Argentine U20 product. As LA Galaxy's keeper Mitrovic blasts a ball from in front of his own goal into the LA Galaxy right attacking third, and Inter Miami will win a throw-in. Lujan won a tough 1v1 battle with Gabriel Peck. Peck, 38 goal contributions in 2024. Previously with Vasco da Gama before coming to LA Galaxy. Off the Inter Miami throw-in, LA wins possession. Here's Parente. Nearly 45 yards from goal. Gives it up Yamane outside right channel. The right portion of the pitch is the attacking half for LA Galaxy. It's where they possess, and now it'll be sent all the way back to the LA Galaxy keeper, Mitrovic. Looks like 3 substitutions are coming for LA Galaxy. Cuevas, the aforementioned Auda, and I believe Lucas Sanabria. LA in its defensive half. And they do well to keep it away from Inter Miami. Fagundes. Sent it on to Nascimento. And LA breaking the high press. 74th minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. Falcone committed a foul, but the referee allows LA Galaxy to continue. To the right of the area, Peck sends it into the right area, and Yamane with a low cross to the back post. Couldn't link up with anybody, but Paintsill retrieves left to the 18 for LA Galaxy. These are some really concerning moments for Inter Miami. Paintsill sends a paced ball to the left flank. Parente back to the outside left channel, 25 yards away. Paintsill, Inter Miami desperately trying to get back on the ball, and LA is going to have to settle for playing it back into its left defensive half. LA's fine with this, though. All they want is a point out of this. This would certainly be up there in terms of brutal home results, like the draw with Toronto or the loss to FC Dallas. Uh-oh, look out. Here's Royce from just outside the upper right of the box, and his attempt to feed it into the middle went off of Wacon. Nascimento was making a run. It took a tough check-up hop on Ustari, who made a nifty little catch of it in front of his goal. Meanwhile, Inter Miami is going to win a corner on a long ball from the defensive half. Pico went up to win it with a header, left side of the box, and it went off of Fagundes, and out of nothing, Inter Miami has a set piece. Fagundes is laying injured, now up on his knees in his own area. And Inter Miami trudges forward for a near side to far side corner. And man, there are a ton of substitutes coming in. So all of the players I mentioned for LA Galaxy and Inter Miami getting busy as well. Baltasar Rodriguez and Yannick Bright are coming on for Inter Miami. Off comes Ben Kromoski. And was it Fafa Pico who left for Inter Miami? I believe it was. Off the corner, it's a short corner. Baltasar Rodriguez, middle channel. Oh! He set a huge, heavy shot from 30 yards, headed upper right, that Micevic made an all-world save on to put it up and over the bar. Oh, Baltasar Rodriguez just substituted in, and that was nearly a grand slam. And that would have sent everybody out of their seats. Rodriguez almost the opportunity to burn a hole through that net. Short corner, far side and near side. DePaul into the middle, punched away by Micevic. It falls outside the upper left. Here is Alba delivering a feed, and Micevic skies high to bring it in front of Suarez in the 6-yard area. So Inter Miami nearly taking the lead, but it remains 1-1 in the 78th minute. We have just gone inside the threshold of the 77th. So Yannick Bright in for Ben Kromoski, Baltasar Rodriguez in for Fafa Pico. Those are the substitutions that just took place for Inter Miami. We'll get you caught up on the official subs for LA Galaxy. Inter Miami is in a dogfight with the worst team in Major League Soccer. A team that sits 30th in the Supporters' Shield, dead last. Fagundes has come out for LA Galaxy. Lucas Sanabria takes him off. Inter Miami has the ball in its left attacking half. Lionel Messi, since substituting in at halftime, for the most part, has been pretty quiet. Again, don't want to speculate, but just judging by body language and how he's favoring it, it looks like he is still uncomfortable with his right leg. Inter Miami on a throw-in in its left attacking half. It is headed to the right of the box. Yannick Bright fighting for the ball. And did he win a corner? He did! He was behind the defender, reached his right foot around an LA Galaxy player along the end line and wins a far side and near side corner for Inter Miami, brought to you by Ryder Smith Ivy and Fronrath. It is a short corner. It is Baltasar Rodriguez playing it off on a back heel. Far side to Paul. Now Rodriguez, middle channel outside the penalty arc, Lionel Messi, and he was off the mark with an upper left box pass to Maxi Falcone, and it sprays out of play in the left corner across the end line, and it'll be another LA Galaxy goal kick. Oh, Micevic, just moments ago, the save of the match. And one of his best of the season on a blast from Baltasar Rodriguez from distance. Inter Miami wins possession back right away, courtesy of Baltasar Rodriguez, and in the defensive midfield, right of the midfield stripe, it's Maxi Falcone. Ana Rodriguez, who straddles that midfield line. And now Inter Miami back into the left attacking half. Here's to Paul. He comes forward cautiously into the attacking third. Now Messi, right of the penalty arc, plays it into the right portion of the box, and it's Marcelo Weigott who blasts a corner off a defender, and that'll carry him into the sponsor boards. Across the end line, another corner, far side, Inter Miami, Ryder Smith Ivy and Fronrath, representing injured people for 35 years. Another quick short corner. Yannick Bright from the left of the arc. He took a left-footed shot. That went off another LA Galaxy player. That sails across the end line again to the right of Micevic's goal, and here comes, it's evergreen at this point, another Inter Miami far side corner. Rodrigo de Paul doing the duties. This is brought to you by Ryder Smith Ivy and Fronrath. Visit foryourrights.com. De Paul this time will send it to the near post, and John Nelson of LA Galaxy will head it away, but Inter Miami right back on it at the border of the left attacking third. Now, right of the box to Paul. Into the box to Paul. And Mitrovic caught the ball near the crossbar. And then his momentum carried him across the goal line. The crowd believes that he carried the ball with him across the goal line, but the referee's not going to check it. And LA, off of a right arm distribution of Mitrovic into their attacking half right portion of the pitch. Here's Sanabria in the midfield circle. Now, along the near right touchline, this is Paintsill. Paintsill's been both sides in the attack for LA Galaxy tonight. He is so dangerous. He is the goal scorer for LA. 1-1, Inter Miami and LA Galaxy. We're already in the 82nd minute. Inter Miami on the verge of not maximizing 3 points against far and away the worst team in Major League Soccer. 3 points below the 29th place team, DC United. This one would hurt, especially looking for momentum going into a Leagues Cup quarterfinal against Tigres on Wednesday. Inter Miami in its defensive half, Lionel Messi, halftime substitution. To the left of the penalty, make that the midfield circle. Alba, now Inter Miami on the run again. Right wing, and Suarez was making a run. It was slid away by an LA defender. DePaul nearly made an excellent feed, but Inter Miami still at it. Messi, middle channel, made a defender miss. Now he's in the penalty arc, and he scored with a left foot. That's an all-world hit from Lionel Messi. He got around the defender, got into space, and he delivers the fatal blow. Lionel Messi, welcome back from injury. 2-1, Inter Miami in the 83rd minute. There's the master. There's the emperor back on his throne. Lionel Messi back on top of the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer with his 19th goal, and that was better than all the rest. It does not get any better than that. Lionel Messi. And friends, you are going to see that all over your television screens and on your tablet for the rest of the weekend. It's been a Barca night in South Florida. Busquets to Alba and then Lionel Messi. 2-1 Inter Miami. 84.5 minutes gone. And number 10 has delivered, potentially saving the day for his side against a stubborn LA Galaxy team. Right attacking half, LA, square ball high into the air, delivered to Mauricio Cuevas, one of the trio of substitutions that LA brought in about 6 minutes ago. LA taking its time, about 40 yards away from Oscar Ustari's Inter Miami goal. Near right touchline, Cuevas in the attacking third, give it up Paintsill. He was able to push a pass past Inter Miami's Rodriguez. And now Zunka to Paintsill, right wing just outside the box, plays it to the right box. It's Yamane who's able to win it away from 3 Inter Miami defenders. And top of the box extended near side, right side. A pass is sent to Paintsill. Paintsill, right flank, 30 yards away. Now Cuevas. Cuevas meanders into the outside right channel, back to Paintsill, who replaced him along that near touchline. LA Galaxy still on the ball, and then it is chunked, an unforced error across the near touchline by Sarillo, who I'm sure has heavy legs at this point. He has been busy since the start for LA Galaxy on the back line. Lionel Messi with the go-ahead goal just a couple of minutes ago. And in the 86th minute, as we welcome you to it, Inter Miami leads LA Galaxy 2-1. It is clear Messi is not 100% yet, but it was enough for another spectacular goal. And Inter Miami threatening for more, but It was Marcelo Wagon unable to get on the end of a ball from Luis Suarez, and then a tackle from DePaul along the far touchline, and a foul is called on DePaul. It was Julian Auda who went to ground in a heap. DePaul didn't like the referee's decision, and Christian Ramirez is going to be the final substitution of the night for LA Galaxy as Marco Royce's night is done. Royce was dangerous for LA. Christian Ramirez, the veteran, who, because I'm very old, I called several of his matches when he was a member of Minnesota United, but not that Minnesota United of Major League Soccer. The previous version of Minnesota United, the precursor in the old NASL. Here's a giveaway. Inter Miami has a left attacking third, penalty arc, and DePaul could not get by a defender. Moment of truth, left of the penalty spot. It was poked away across the left end line, and it's going to be a corner for Inter Miami. Oh, DePaul just a bit heavy on the touch at the last moment. Probably could have let it fly a little bit earlier, but was trying to get a little bit closer to the goal. It was Busquets off the turnover who fed him. And DePaul, frustration and all, is going to head to the near corner, and no rush to send away this corner as we bring you to the 88th minute. Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi goals for Inter Miami. Alba in the first half, Messi in the second half. Yannick Bright, Inter Miami, off a short corner. That was brought to you by Lytle Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Send the ball backwards for Wagon, who might have handled it. The referee says play on. Wagon, outside right channel. Recycles back to Bright, 40 yards away, and sends a far side to near side ball onto Jordi Alba. FAU in the, make that Inter Miami in the left attacking half. 88.5 minutes gone. I mentioned Florida International earlier. Greg Vanny played a year of college ball there, the manager for LA Galaxy, the rivals for Florida International. FAU, that just popped into my mind. They're out of Boca Raton, Florida, just north of here in Fort Lauderdale. Oh, backheel Messi into the area. Suarez, right-footed goal from just outside the right portion of the 6-yard box. Lionel Messi with a gem of an assist, just dazzling. And Suarez finishes 3-1 Inter Miami. That was a masterpiece. Put it on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Oh my goodness. It's just stellar. It's just incredible. And all you can do is sit back and appreciate it. Messi just outside the penalty arc with a backheel flick on. And Suarez one touch and then sends it inside the far post. Lionel Messi, it took him a while to get warmed up, but he's put on a show here in the final 10 minutes. 3-1 Inter Miami over LA Galaxy. And it is indeed 3 points in the table for the men in pink. And that's going to feel a whole lot better as a warm-up for Tigres in a critical Leagues Cup quarterfinal Wednesday night, 8 p.m. right here in South Florida. Inter Miami trying to defend LA as LA pushes into the right attacking third. Paintsill into the middle channel. Cedillo sent a ball to the outside, far touchline, left to right. LA Galaxy attacking. A high ball, far side to near side. Good touchdown there by Cuevas. He sent in a cross that was dipping precipitously at the top border of the 6-yard box. A diving punch away from Oscar Ustari. That was pretty nifty. Degree of difficulty high. Paintsill just outside the upper right. LA Galaxy right of the box. Cuevas another cross. Maxi Falcone had to go off his knee. Inter Miami left center back. And a near side to far side LA Galaxy corner on the way. We are into extra time. 3-1 Inter Miami with the lead. Lionel Messi a goal and an assist in a 7-minute span past minute number 80. 7 additional minutes, 7 minutes of extra time. Cuevas, the outswinging corner for LA, headed out of the box by Inter Miami. And now the chase is on. Counter for Inter Miami. Luis Suarez could not get it to Messi in the left attacking half. It was intercepted in the midfield circle. And LA plods forward into the attacking third, right side of this natural surface here at Chase Stadium. Left wing, Carrillo. And now Yamane. Yamane, right flank. Yamane nearing the upper right, sends it into the box. Right foot dribbler on a return feed. Sanabria didn't get a lot on it, and Oscar Ustari able to sprawl to his right and clutch the ball into his chest, and he lays on the ball for just a bit. We are just over 2 minutes into the additional 7, tacked on by a referee, Drew Fisher, 3-1. Inter Miami on top. Extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com. By the way, that goal for Luis Suarez, his 6th in MLS play. Now 16 goal contributions for Luis Suarez in league play. Good ball from Bright on to Baltasar Rodriguez, but Rodriguez, one cheeky ball too many, trying to backheel it onto Rodrigo to Paul. Foul against Inter Miami in the attacking midfield, and we're going to see Noah Allen substitute in for Inter Miami. The Inter Miami homegrown product. Off comes Luis Suarez to a standing ovation. Suarez once again dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. His days of prodigious scoring appear to be done, but man, he is pivotal to this Inter Miami attack. 93.5 minutes. Inter Miami on its way to 3 points in the table. A game LA Galaxy side, but Inter Miami just too much quality down the stretch. Paintsill, speaking of quality for LA Galaxy, he's played off the ball, but a late whistle and a foul is called against Baltasar Rodriguez. I don't want to jinx it, but we have not had a single booking here tonight. Now, both of these teams in Major League Soccer are bottom 10 in fouls committed. That has actually played out here tonight. This has been a very clean match, all things considered, pretty free-flowing. As we welcome you to the 94th minute. And from 40 yards away, it'll be a free kick, about even with the right border of the box for LA Galaxy after the Rodriguez foul. The whistle blown by the referee, Drew Fisher. Here is the free kick, and it is going to curl harmlessly onto Oscar Ustari, who sure hands it face level and goes to ground immediately, and then distributes to Rodrigo to Paul. Him and Lionel Messi were halftime substitutions for Javier Mascherano. They both got up around the 39-minute mark to get loose, and both were sent in. DePaul has some trouble in his own right portion of the box, trying to deliver a ball to a teammate, wanted Yannick Bright. A Galaxy player knocked it across the end line, out of play. Goal kick, Oscar Ustari, who all of a sudden has his shoe untied. Oh look, Maxi Falcone now has a shoelace issue that he's going to have to handle. Interesting timing in the 95th minute. 3-1 Inter Miami. Join us Wednesday night here at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami, 2 seed Major League Soccer in the knockout stages of the Leagues Cup against Liga MX 3 seed Tigres. 8 p.m. is kickoff time. 7:30 pregame on the Inter Miami Radio Network, the flagship ESPN 106.3 out of West Palm, as well as the Deportes Radio FC app, and of course internationally on YouTube, where so many of you once again listening tonight, and it is great to talk to you from all around the globe, especially when Inter Miami is winning and Lionel Messi is doing greatest of all time things. 2 minutes left. Make that 1 minute left. We are into the 96th. 3-1 Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, the game-winning goal, and then an assist for good measure on a Luis Suarez tally. Cuevas, right of the box for LA Galaxy. His cross up over the head of Julian Auda of LA Galaxy, his teammate who is making a run. And it is played back on to Oscar Ustari. The Inter Miami goalkeeper will sidewind the ball to the far touchline. Oh, a back heel volley from Rodrigo to Paul. That was pretty. But then a steal for LA. And a cross from the far side, and that cross was mishit. It almost tested Ustari, who had to watch it to the upper right, but it went into the top netting, and that is likely the final kick. We have hit 97 minutes. Once Ustari sends this back into play, it looks like Drew Fisher is going to blow that whistle. Ustari's just trying to walk with the ball against his left hip. Maxi Falcone will send this ball back into play. 3-1 Inter Miami. Final whistle on the way. Falcone standing in the 6-yard box. Falcone kicks it into the midfield. It is fielded by LA, and there's the final whistle. Inter Miami had to work for it, but they get all 3 points. Inter Miami had the 1-0 advantage at halftime thanks to Jordi Alba. An equalizer from LA Galaxy in the second half, but Lionel Messi with an all-world goal as he simply navigated through defender after defender and finished from outside the box with the left foot. And then just to add onto the pile of gold that was his night, a back heel flick-on play through to Luis Suarez for the most beautiful of assists, and Suarez able to plant it, and that accounts for your scoreline. Inter Miami 3, LA Galaxy 1. He only played 45 minutes, but your man of the match is indeed Lionel Messi. Messi, who did not look 100% on that right leg, but when it mattered, he was able to bide his time, show that familiar burst of speed, get himself into green real estate, and finish with a goal that is going to populate your timelines on social media over and over and over again throughout the weekend. And then that assist, what can I say? It was a thing of beauty. It was diamond sharp. It was diamond sparkle, and Luis Suarez able to bludgeon the ball home. Inter Miami 3, LA Galaxy 1. And before we send it back to the network studios with Mike Rizzo, and again, Lionel Messi is indeed the man of the match, let's look at the real-time Major League Soccer table. Inter Miami, with the win, for now has pushed into 4th place in the Eastern Conference. So Inter Miami is 4th place in the Eastern Conference as it stands right now. Columbus is currently 1-1 with Toronto. They're in the 5 spot. Orlando City sits at 44 points, and they are sitting 7th in the East. Philadelphia Union, they have lost to New York Red Bulls, the team at the top of the Supporter Shield and to the top of the East. A 1-0 loss to New York Red Bulls. Inter Miami suddenly pulls to within 6 points of the Eastern Conference lead and the Supporter Shield race. So that is significant. Philadelphia Union, they stumbled tonight. And Cincinnati, who sits second in the table, they are in Portland. If they win, Cincinnati's back to top of table. But if they lose to a very tough Portland side, Inter Miami will get through this weekend, and suddenly it feels game on. And then Nashville, sitting 3rd in the table, is in action tomorrow at NYCFC. So not easy for the top of the table in the East. Inter Miami takes care of business. They beat the worst side, the basement dweller in Major League Soccer, 3-1 here tonight, pulling away emphatically at the end. Goals for Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi, and Luis Suarez. So Mike Rizzo has your post-game show. He'll get you through all of the scores in Major League Soccer. He'll get you a more up-to-date check of the MLS table, and he will go through the highlights. Spoiler alert, it got kind of busy in the second half. Big thanks to Oscar Gonzalez, the OG, our on-site engineer here at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Ken Levicka, your final score for a final time. Inter Miami 3, LA Galaxy 1. Post-game show with Mike Rizzo on the way. This is Inter Miami football. Good night, everybody.
Hey, Steph Prince here, general manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantly boring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Messi, middle channel, made a defender miss. Now he's in the penalty arc, and he scored with a left foot. That's an all-world hit from Lionel Messi. He got around the defender, got into space, and he delivers the fatal blow. Lionel Messi, welcome back from injury. 2-1, Inter Miami in the 83rd minute. There's the master. There's the emperor back on his throne. Lionel Messi back on top of the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer with his 19th goal, and that was better than all the rest.
Inter Miami winning 3-1 over the LA Galaxy, and the magic happening 16 minutes really left. I mean, you had 4 minutes of extra time. But in the 84th minute, we were tied 1-1 till Lionel Messi broke through and had one of the better goals you're going to see on a soccer weekend. Welcome on in, folks, to the post-game show. Mike Rizzo here. We're going to go through all the highlights. We're going to go through all the stats. We're going to go around the MLS, and we'll preview that game coming up on Wednesday against Tigres. But let's first start by getting you your stats presented by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive that brand new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer. But I mentioned 3-1, Inter Miami pulling away with about 15 minutes left to go. Messi scoring in the 84th. Suarez signing the deal in the 89th. But let's get through some statistics here before we get to the highlights. So Inter Miami, believe it or not, usually a team that dominates the possession. They didn't win the possession battle, but folks, that's really all they didn't win on the stat sheet. Inter Miami 46% with the ball comparatively to LA Galaxy's 54%. Inter Miami cleaning up on the XG, on the expected goal. Inter Miami with a 3.54 XG. Galaxy only sitting there with 0.3. They didn't even get it into the 1 on the XG. So Inter Miami battering shots at that LA Galaxy goal. Total shots 29 for Inter Miami compared to the Galaxy's 5. 8 on target for Inter Miami. The Galaxy had 3. 5 big chances for our Herons. 0 for the Galaxy. So Inter Miami dominating on every real kind of statistic that is on the stat sheet outside of that possession. Luis Suarez had a couple of chances in front of net tonight. He was able to get in late, as I've mentioned, in the 89th minute, but we will listen to a couple of Suarez's chances that he had early on, specifically in that first half, where he did not really take advantage of it. But really, other than that, folks, this is the only thing I could really nitpick tonight. It was a bad offside call. I thought it was a bad offside call on Telesco Segovia. I thought Inter Miami should have been in. VAR took a look at it. VAR, by the way, took a look at it, decided to wash the goal. But those are if I had gripes, Suarez missing in front of net early on, VAR stepping in my opinion, taking away what I thought was a goal. And then Oscar, losing near post. Oscar has lost near post twice in a week. He lost near post in Orlando. Now, Orlando was all but a formality at that point. But Oscar losing near post to Paintsville now is a tidy finish. And listen, no one said Marcello Weigant and Gonzalo Luan had to get beat off of the ball. But as a goalkeeper, the number one thing you cannot do is lose near post. But from the rest on here on the pregame show, I got great news because the last 16 minutes of the game were absolute fire for our Inter Miami Herons. When we come back, we will listen to all of the highlights. You already heard that Lionel Messi goal to start the segment. Once again, if you're just joining us, Messi returned in the second half. He did not start in the starting 11, but he returned in the second half, a goal and an assist. He was the man of the match. Guy played one half of football, had a goal and assist, and was the man of the match. And the reason our Herons were able to attain victory at home against the LA Galaxy. Hats off to our Capitan and our fearless leader, Lionel Messi, for leading us to victory. When we come back, highlights on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill & Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our Blizzard of the Month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill & Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University. Ivy.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Oh, backheel Messi into the area. Suarez, right-footed goal from just outside the right portion of the 6-yard box. Lionel Messi with a gem of an assist, just dazzling. And Suarez finishes 3-1 Inter Miami. That was a masterpiece. Put it on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
That's the voice of our Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka. Once again, great job by our guy, Ken, on the call tonight. Absolute dynamite call right there by our guy. Inter Miami winners 3-1 over the LA Galaxy. Lionel Messi, a goal and an assist in his return. It was the first time he played since August 2nd. So we're about 2 weeks since Lionel Messi has been on the pitch. He played one half. The entirety of the second half, had a goal and assist, and was the deciding factor in the fixture tonight. It's time to go through the highlights. Time to go through all of the highlights that I cut up for you here on your Inter Miami postgame show. Let's go to the first half and about the 8th minute where Luis Suarez had a big chance in front of goal.
Pico right-footed cross. It got in deep to Suarez. Point-blank shot saved by Mitrovic. Mitrovic, right place, right time, tucked against the far post. Suarez thought he had a sure thing goal, and Mitrovic came up with the save. Inter Miami continuing to put on pressure, and the crowd is electric right now here in Fort Lauderdale.
So I told you my 3 gripes. Suarez missing that chance. You had Oscar Ustari getting beat near post, and really just kind of coming out flat in that second half to start for about the first 10 minutes. Other than that, really good football by our Herons tonight. Let's take a listen to a possible goal by Telesco Segovia, but VAR took a look at it, and they washed it. But here's Segovia, what would have been a goal if it wasn't for VAR.
It was won by Pico. It is chipped into the goal by Inter Miami. Suarez put it into the middle. Did Segovia get a touch? It did go off of Segovia in front of goal, middle of the 6-yard box. A back heel from Suarez. Segovia was marked, still able to put it into the middle of goal. 1-0 Inter Miami at the half-hour mark.
And if you saw the highlight, folks, Ken's spot on, man. Luis Suarez with the awesome back heel pass. I guess Telesco Segovia was off by a cleat. Like, you know, folks, when you have cleats, like literally a fraction, one of those little cleats on the bottom of your cleat, a fraction, or rather a spike. Sorry, there you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Literally, he was off by a spike on a cleat. Ridiculous. I thought it was a goal, but Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba linked up to make it 1-0 before the half.
Busquets in the midfield circle, played it through. Here's Alba, and a goal to the right portion of the box. Alba put it onto his left foot, and he slotted it past the keeper. 1-0 Inter Miami. What a pass from Busquets to Alba. Barca to Barca. Inter Miami has its deserved lead in the 42nd minute. A signature ball from Busquets.
Busquets always deadly with his passing from that midfield. He finds Jordi Alba streaking into goal, and Alba blasts it past Mikovic to make things 1-0. That was in the 43rd minute. Then we reach halftime, and then come halftime in the 59th minute first off, Lionel Messi comes on. Rodrigo De Paul and Lionel Messi come on at halftime. When they came out of the locker room, they went right onto the pitch, played the whole second half. When they came on originally, it took a little bit of time to get used to the boys being on the pitch, and actually Paintsill ended up scoring a goal. Now, I told you, my 3 gripes: slow start to the second half, Ustari getting beaten near post, Suarez not finishing early, but Oscar might have kind of had a howler here, as Ken calls it, when the goalkeeper messes up. Listen, guys, the number one no-no on a keeper, you can't lose near post. Oscar's going to 2 times in 2 weeks, all right? But no one said Gonzalo Luan and Marcelo Wagon had to get burned. Here is the goal that was kind of self-inflicted on our Herons.
Now nutmegs a defender and then put it off of Ustari, and it went into the goal. Paintsill scores per LA. Ustari couldn't make the stop from an impossible angle. Joseph Paintsill scores per LA Galaxy with a brilliant 1v1. He did it all himself. He wanted it more. And we're level 1-1 in the 58th minute.
Yeah, so he megged Gonzalo Luan. What happened was it was a brilliant, kind of boost move. He put the ball out in front of Marcelo Wagon, and then he used his speed to beat Wagon. He nutmegged, which means he went through the legs of Gonzalo Luan, and then Oscar Ustari, who was near post, couldn't figure out how to save it, and it rolled into the goal. That was in the 59th minute. All right, enough of the boo-boos, because from here on out, brilliant plays. Baltasar Rodriguez came on late in the first half, and I mean, folks, he almost had the power shot of the century off of a corner.
Off the corner, it's a short corner. Baltasar Rodriguez, middle channel. Oh! He set a huge, heavy shot from 30 yards, headed upper right, that Mitrovic made an all-world save on to put it up and over the bar. Oh, Baltasar Rodriguez just substituted in, and that was nearly a grand slam. And that would have sent everybody out of their seats. Rodriguez almost.
So Baltasar Rodriguez, man, almost had that gold power shot going. For those of you who play FIFA, now EAFC, and even for those of you who watch Zwayback, the streamer like me, that was a gold PlayStation Plus power shot right there by Baltasar Rodriguez. Incredible save by Mikovic, which keeps things 1-1. But Rodriguez, man, really shown his quality. He was hurt early on in the year, didn't get a lot of chances to play, and Coach Mascherano not necessarily giving him time as of late, but when he comes on, man, he impresses me every single time. But Baltasar Rodriguez with that gold PlayStation Plus almost scoring on that power shot. But let's get to the party. Party's on in South Florida, folks. Lionel Messi's the DJ.
Messi, middle channel, made a defender miss. Now he's in the penalty arc, and he scored with the left foot. That's an all-world hit from Lionel Messi. He got around the defender, got into space, and he delivers the fatal blow. Lionel Messi, welcome back from injury. 2-1, Inter Miami in the 83rd minute. There's the master. There's the Emperor back on his throne. Lionel Messi back on top of the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer with his 19th goal, and that was better than all the rest.
That's your voice of the Inter Miami Herons. Ken LaVicka brings up a good point. 19 goals on the year. He passed Sam Surridge for the most goals in the MLS to this point. So Sam Surridge, the striker for Nashville, he had 18 heading into tonight, but Lionel Messi getting in the back of the net, making 19, and he is the current Golden Boot leader. Our final highlight, Luis Suarez from Messi. Messi, a goal and assist. Take it away, Luis.
Oh, backheel Messi into the area. Suarez, right-footed goal from just outside the right portion of the 6-yard box. Lionel Messi with a gem of an assist, just dazzling. And Suarez finishes 3-1 Inter Miami. That was a masterpiece. Put it on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, gosh, Ken is great. Folks, we're going to take our final time out of the post-game show. 3-1. Inter Miami winners over LA Galaxy. Lionel Messi, a goal and assist in his return after playing the entire second half. Didn't play the first half, played the entire second half, had a goal and an assist, him and Rodrigo DePaul leading our Inter Miami Herons to victory. We'll go around the MLS. When we come back, we'll check in on the MLS table, take a look at a couple of statistics through the MLS. We mentioned that Lionel Messi is the Golden Boot leader now in the clubhouse with 19 goals, passing Sam Surridge from Nashville up until this point. And we'll talk a little Leagues Cup. Our next game for our Inter Miami Herons going to be Wednesday. Inter Miami going to be taking on Tigres. In my opinion, one of the best teams in Central America in Liga MX year in and year out. Probably the most storied team in Liga MX. If you're in the YouTube chat, feel free to let me know who you think the most storied Liga MX team is. But Inter Miami taking care of business tonight, 3-1. And once again, we appreciate everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, X, and all the love that we've been getting on social media. We are your English home, your English radio and audio home for Inter Miami football. I appreciate it. Ken appreciates it as well. And everybody here involved with your Inter Miami radio network appreciates it as well. Show us some love in the chat on your Inter Miami radio network.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill & Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our blizzard of the month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill & Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Busquets in the midfield circle, playing it through. Here's Alba, and a goal! To the right portion of the box. Alba put it onto his left foot, and he slotted it past the keeper. 1-0, Inter Miami. What a pass from Busquets to Alba. Barca to Barca. Inter Miami has its deserved lead in the 42nd minute. A signature ball from Busquets.
Party is on in South Florida. Inter Miami winning 3-1 over the LA Galaxy. Lionel Messi returning, playing the entire second half and having a goal and an assist in the game and winning man of the match honors. Lionel Messi, the Golden Boot leader, which means he has the most goals in the MLS. Sam Surridge had 18. Him and Messi were tied going into the night, but Lionel Messi able to take the lead in that specific statistical category in the MLS. So let's take a look, folks, at what is going on around the MLS, presented by our good friends at Audi. Folks, you want more from your drive? Well, this is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, Audi's best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today. Visit AudiOffers.com to learn more. That is AudiOffers.com to learn more. These are the games that have gone full-time around the MLS. Montreal drawing with DC United 1-1. Charlotte FC taking care of business against Real Salt Lake 1-0. By the way, the teams I mentioned first are the home teams. The teams I mentioned first are the home teams. We've been talking about it for the entire postgame show on your Inter Miami radio network. Inter Miami beating the LA Galaxy 3-1. The New England Revolution losing to Los Angeles FC, LAFC 2-0. New York Red Bulls beating the Philadelphia Union. Big surprise of the night there. Philadelphia is top of the table with 51 points on that Eastern Conference table. But losing tonight, the New York Red Bulls winning in New York 1-0 over the Union. Toronto and Columbus draw 1-1 in Toronto. And then the game's going on right now. In the 71st minute, Austin FC is tied with FC Dallas. The Texas Derby, baby. 1-1 in the Texas Derby, Austin and Dallas. Minnesota United and the Seattle Sounders. Horns are locked at 0-0 in the 58th minute. 32nd minute, the Colorado Rapids and Atlanta United tied 1-1. And then our other game that really just kicked off 10 minutes in, Chicago FC and St. Louis City, that is 0-0. Your nightcaps tonight, the Portland Timbers and FC Cincinnati, another team, by the way, on the Eastern Conference table ahead of our Herons, FC Cincinnati. 10:30 start. Once again, the Portland Timbers in Portland facing off against FC Cincinnati. And then the team we do not mention, the team that will remain nameless, a certain team in Florida that plays up north, will be hosting Sporting Kansas City. All right, let's head on over now to the table and take a look at where Inter Miami sits after the big win against LA Galaxy tonight, 3-1. Lionel Messi, man of the match with the goal and assist. The Herons, 45 points with 24 games played. They are in fourth place on that Eastern Conference MLS table. The Philadelphia Union, as I mentioned, still in first place even after the loss tonight. They have 51 points. FC Cincinnati could take sole possession of first place with the win tonight in Portland against the Timbers. If they get all three, they'll be in first place tonight. Nashville SC sitting in third place with 47. I mentioned our in third place, Nashville SC in third place with 47. As I mentioned, our Inter Miami Herons in fourth with 45. The Columbus Crew In fifth with 45 are Herons, better than Columbus, or rather ahead of Columbus because of goal differential. Now, I believe I went through their fixture. I did, and Columbus will not gain ground tonight. They only got a tie, so Inter Miami will keep that jump for at least another week on that MLS table over Columbus. Charlotte in 6th place with 44 points. Orlando in 7th place with 44. And then the Red Bulls, NYCFC, the two New York teams, had the last two playoff spots locked down. So that is how the Eastern Conference table shakes out at the moment. Let's quickly get you your playoff teams in the Western side. San Diego 1, Vancouver 2, Minnesota United 3, Seattle 4, LAFC 5, Portland 6, Austin 7, Colorado 8, and San Jose sitting at 9. Those are your teams that are competing right now for the MLS Playoff Cup. I mentioned that Inter Miami going to be in action. Leagues Cup action coming up 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I will have the pregame coming up at 7:30. Ken LaVicka will be on the call at 8. It is Inter Miami facing off against Tigres. And folks, that is a game where I think you're going to see everybody in the starting lineup that night. Everybody that Mascherano considers a number one is going to be in that lineup against Tigres. In my opinion, Tigres' best team in Liga MX, usually year in and year out, the most storied team. This is a massive fixture for our Inter Miami Herons and a cup on the line. Let's be honest, it's a cup quarterfinal. You got a piece of silverware on the line. Let's make sure Chase Stadium is packed to the gills, folks. I don't want to see a seat. Now, I'll be back here at the City Place Studios on the Inter Miami Radio Network holding the fort down for everybody. I don't want to see a damn seat. I don't want to see a single seat that doesn't have a butt in it at Chase Stadium coming up at 8 o'clock against Tigres. We got to root on our boys to victory and get that Leagues Cup once again. Before we end things here on our Inter Miami Radio Network, other teams in action coming up this Wednesday as well. Toluca and that team up north that we don't mention that plays here in Florida and in the MLS. Toluca playing that one team that plays up north at 9 o'clock. Seattle Sounders will be facing off against Puebla at 11. Late starts, folks, because most of these teams West Coast. And let's keep in mind the Central American time too is a little behind us as well. But these are late starts. Once again, Toluca against that certain Florida team up north at 9 o'clock. Then the Sounders and Puebla at 11 p.m. And LA Galaxy, who you just saw tonight, who Inter Miami beat 3-1 with the Lionel Messi goal and assist and a man of the match. LA Galaxy will be facing off against Pachuca. That is 11:45 p.m. Eastern time. And I probably should mention, I did mention the time for the Herons. We'll do it again. 8 p.m. I'll be live with the pregame at 7:30 this Wednesday right here on your Inter Miami Radio Network. Ken LaVicka on the call at 8. All right, that's going to wrap it up for our postgame show presented by our great partners at Audi South Florida. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive that brand new 2025 Audi Q5. Thank you to my great friend Ken LaVicka. Great job tonight, as always, from Ken LaVicka, the voice of the Inter Miami Herons. Thank you to everybody who listened, watched, however you did it, streamed, YouTube, X, Facebook, on the radio dial, on our ESPN South Florida app. We appreciate you, and we will see you coming up on Wednesday. And one more time, too, our OG, Oscar Gonzalez, our on-site producer. Thank you for keeping Ken over the airwaves at beautiful Chase Stadium. We'll catch up with you guys on Wednesday. Everyone have a great weekend. Go Herons! We'll see you later. Bye.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.